Welcome to the stage where hearts unfold in the morning glow, stories untold. Let's play with words, a masterpiece of art where dialogues bloom, igniting in every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently salt. Let's paint with words, a masterpiece of art where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. A symphony of voices, harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair. Let's sow seeds of unity, watch them grow in this garden of hope under the morning glow. Let's bridge the gaps, erase the line in the tapestry of hearts that love shine. With every word, a step we take towards a brighter dawn for all our sake. Welcome to the morning glow, where dreams take flight in this realm of possibilities. Let's unite, together we stand, hand in hand, healing the nation across the land. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's symphony of voices, harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. I'm not important, just a question asker. My name is Raheem Alshbay out of Atlanta, Georgia, but I got my brothers from another mother, but we got the same father. First on the line is Miss Annie from Mississippi. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
I'm on time today. Good morning, great morning, God morning to everybody.
Good morning to you as well, Toussaint. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good. Good morning.
Good deal. So much excitement and enthusiasm. Boy, you knock me out my chair every morning. You knock me out my chair every morning. Mr. Frank Logan, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Rough morning this morning, man.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, good morning, and I feel you, brother. I feel you. We're gonna talk about the elephant in the room, man. We're gonna start off with the elephant in the room, man. We're not gonna play around with it. Just gonna tell the truth, man. We're just gonna tell the truth. Good morning to everybody that's watching us. Sad morning. It has happened. Minneapolis, young lady, ICE. They try to pull her out of her car. Now they're trying to dress it up and say it was on self-defense. I saw the video from different angles. I don't understand how they can say it was self-defense. They try to pull the lady out of her car, pull it in her door. She back up a little bit, and then she takes off. And in an encounter that one officer is having, trying to open up the car, the officer in front of the vehicle is already unholstering his weapon. He's unholstering his weapon, and you see that before she started moving, he's taking his gun out of his holster. Then, as she proceeds to go forward, he releases 3 shots, one hitting her in the face. She drives down a little bit and crashes into another vehicle, dead. This administration that we have right now, they're trying to say self-defense and he protected himself, That's not true. From the video that I and anybody that has eyes to see saw, know that that's not true. Know that that's not true. Andy from Mississippi talked to him. What is on your heart this morning? Did you see the video? And what are your thoughts on it? I just told you mine. What are your thoughts?
America watched Donald Trump and his administration and that ICE that he created. America watched, got a glimpse of who this demon is, as if January 6th did not show them who he really was. America's heart is heavy. Those of us who have a heart is heavy right now because it could have been one of us. First, he allowed Elon to come in and take all America's identity and the money, America's personal, private information, and steal all the money. And now he have ICE gunning down people in the street. Let me tell you one thing. None of us are safe out here in Trump's America. None of us are safe until this man is out of office, until he's in prison, until somebody do something about him. Nobody is safe. It can happen to me in Mississippi. It can happen to you in Atlanta. It can happen to everybody on the line. None of us are safe from Donald Trump and his trauma. And he had the audacity to stand behind it and lie and say the man was in the hospital. The man walked away. The lady turned her wheel to the right. The officer was on the left. And she tried to get away. She waved at him. And it shows that she was not going to hit him. That him and his administration are gonna spin a lie, and his cult and his fan base are gonna fall for it and spread the lies. And Fox News is gonna spread the lies because they think if they say it long enough, you'll believe it. But America saw yesterday, Raheem, we got another taste of who this demonic monster is that people put in the White House.
Wow. Toussaint, talk to me, brother. What did you see?
I didn't see what they saw. I didn't see self-defense.
No.
But it reminds me of how don't think I'm sure you go, well, you think what you want. It reminds me how slave catchers operate.
Yeah.
That mentality that you're really not important. The only people that are important to each other are this administration is what they want, how they want it, and the people that feel like they're gonna benefit because of it. Because there are some people they're saying, well, they say it's self-defense. And you mean to tell me that you can look at the video, watch it over and over and over again, and you can't tell me that if a person is, say, fleeing, you're not in danger. How in the world you got two on one side, I think I saw.
Yeah.
The other one on the opposite side that you couldn't see at first. But he wasn't limping and he wasn't on the ground. Now who's doing it?
Come on.
He wasn't in danger.
No.
So why are you shooting at a fleeing car? For what? I mean, if anything you can do, you got enough police officers there everywhere. I don't know. We are in a sad country. This is the worst country in the world. To me.
Yeah.
I've heard of this kind of mentality in this country before. And when it was this, they would do whatever they felt like they could do because the people that they wanted to do it to was not important. And to make America, how great is America now? If we look at America and how we operated with this administration, President Trump, Donald J. Trump, or whatever his name. I'm sorry, I got the same first name as that person.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, because the hardest part of it is that we are supposed to be praying for those. If there's anybody that's despitefully using us, this administration and these people that speak up and say that that's self-defense, I don't even understand.
Yeah.
How we get here.
How blind could they be? How blind could they be? Yeah.
I don't understand. I'm lost. I'm lost for words.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah. Yeah. And you got so many people out there that because of the fact that he said it was self-defense, the officer was struggling. I'm surprised he's still alive and blah, blah, blah. People believe in that, man. You got people believing that. Look at the video. Look at the video. What do you see?
Let me say this. Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Okay. This is the kind of mentality we got in this. We've seen something on January 6th.
Yeah, yeah.
And people that seen the same thing, they got some gonna call. Because I said it, not because I said it, because we're talking about it. They got some that are among us. That they'll say that was not, and I love them. These people, I love y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But how can you look at and see that America is not on fire?
Yeah, yeah. From the inside out, brother. Mm-hmm. From the inside out. Captain Leonard, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Leonard, you there?
Good morning, Raheem, and the Morning Glow family.
Good. Leonard, it's happened, brother, and everybody got their own take. The again, America is divided down the middle. What did you see in that video in Minneapolis yesterday? Was that self-defense or was that murder?
Well, I haven't watched the video,
Mm-hmm.
But usually in these issues, it's never self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
It's what they allow the police to claim it is in order to escape punishment.
Yeah.
First of all, let's clear it up. ICE ain't police.
Exactly.
That's one.
Mm-hmm.
They're not police, and they should not be policing areas.
Mm-hmm.
This is a homicide. He had full intent on murdering that woman.
Yes.
And that's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Because he believes he will be supported by those that sent him to do that. So and you'll be so funny. I laugh every time I hear somebody say, "Oh, America is divided." It should be. Good and evil should be divided.
Mm-hmm.
The wicked are always going to be on that side, and they're going to support all types of wickedness.
Leonard, I'm so curious though, Leonard. For somebody to say, "Oh man, he was in harm's way, and I'm surprised he's still alive, and it's self-defense, and he protected himself." For someone to say that, and then have a video that shows you very obviously what happened, it shows you. How can people believe that, man? How can people agree with that and regurgitate that lie?
Hold on, let me turn this up because I don't think you heard me.
I heard it. I heard exactly what you said. I heard you.
What do you think the wicked do?
They
are nothing but Nazis.
Good morning, CEO. How you doing? Yeah, yeah.
And they will kill whom they choose. This was only a matter of time.
Yes, yes. Unfortunately, yes.
And everyone knew it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same issue that arises in several law enforcement agencies across this land.
Mm-hmm.
You notice this, you never really hear this defense with anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Who uses it? Agents of the government.
Mm-hmm.
I should not be policing city streets.
No.
He had a desire to kill.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he did it. How many shots?
3.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking around looking for a reason to kill someone. And he has a badge.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many of them, you know why they're offering to pay them more? So they will be beholden to the one that sent them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to pay you. We're going to make sure you're taken care of. We're going to give all you these benefits and reasons. So they're loyal to him.
Mm.
Just like the Nazis.
Yeah.
Just like the SS.
Mm-hmm. Wow. 508. What do you think about this whole situation? You may totally disagree with us. And if you do, give us a call. We love to have a dialogue. We love to talk to you. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. That's the call-in number. Give us a call. We'd love to be able to talk to you. If you agree or if you disagree, let's just talk. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Frank Logan, talk to me, brother. What did you see? Badger, coming to you next. Frank, you there?
You know, Raheem, this
Yes.
is just consistent.
Mm-hmm.
This is the things that began to happen when he first came in office. You just follow this administration an entire run. You had marches where they had the Klan come in and beat people. You know, peaceful protests.
Mm-hmm.
And you had them come in, they had weapons. You had, you know, what happened at the Capitol. All of these are criminal acts where people actually went to jail. They went to court, they were tried, and they were found guilty. And they went to jail. There's no question. You know, we don't have to wonder about what these people have been doing. They've been committing crimes. They've been murdering people and killing people and stealing money and abusing women. All of these things are true. And it's just you know, it's not just the Republicans. It's not just Donald Trump. It's the Supreme Court. It's all these people he put in position, all of these offices. And the people now that are outraged, you're guilty too. Because you're the same people that when we were saying, get up, go vote, oh man, I'm not really into to voting and the politics and all of that, man. I don't do that. Well, here you go. You got what you wanted. Mm-hmm. We tried to tell you that this is what these people were going to do. They were exposed. Wait, anytime you have an individual impeached twice, charged with 34 felonies, and you still allow him to get voted in the office, everybody that did not vote against Donald Trump is it blamed.
Yeah.
Everybody that allowed this corruption. We are allowing the federal court passed legislation that says that this man is not culpable of anything he's doing right now. Because he doesn't want to be sued again. So he came in and said, just pass a law that I can do anything I want. How's that legal?
It's not.
This is what they've shown us the entire time that they've had the presidency, the House, and the Senate. You gave them absolute power. And guess what, Raheem? When we go back to the polls, people people are going to still stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to still stay at home.
Yep.
You know, they're only grieved for the moment. For the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go right back to their lives like nothing ever happened. People are lazy.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people all the time, the bus boycott was over a year. And people walked to work. Walked to work. And if we have a boycott where we say, just don't go to your computer and patronize these people that are doing this to us.
Mm-hmm.
They give you a list of who's backing this administration. And you drive by a Target and the doggone parking lot is full on the day that they say, just one day. Not telling you not to walk anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Just don't shop there. Man, who are we? Weak, selfish, and lazy.
Mm-hmm.
But these people, we don't have to go back and forth about what did you see. This is what they've been doing. This is what this man stood behind the bully pulpit and told the police to do. Don't be kind to them.
Yep.
Don't hold their hand when you put them in the police car. Shove them in there. Abuse them. Sit on national TV. They're not trying to hide it.
I remember there was a time we should treat them a certain way. That's what he said.
This is sad and horrible for what they're doing. But what we're tolerating. Man, our grandparents are rolling over in their graves. I don't raise y'all better than this. Y'all don't have no fighting. Nothing.
Frank, I'm still curious. I'm still very curious as to how anybody could view that and get self-defense out of it.
For who they are, right here. These people did not become racist, and he picked a group of people to back him. He picked people that already felt this way. Racism isn't new. But he just said, here, I'm going to put the government behind you, neo-Nazis. But we're going to back you now. Now, you just vote for us. So you have those people. Then you have people that look like me and you that are just ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, he gave us $1,200. I'm going to vote for him. So you can be bought. You prostitute yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can be bought for $1,200. The safety of your family can be bought for $1,200. Your Social Security can be bought for $1,200.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Man, dude. Sad.
Yeah.
I'm not curious, man. I walk amongst them. I had a joker call me last night. They're going to try to joke with me. I said, man, please, you know, I want to have some level of respect. But you know what? Don't call me back. Please don't call me back.
Yeah. Wow. Badger, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
It happened, brother. It happened.
Oh, this is the 9th one since September.
Was it self-defense? Did you see self-defense in that?
Not really.
What did you see?
A nice agent trying to open the door of a civilian and then reach into the vehicle of the civilian, seeing another one coming around the front of the vehicle, almost makes it all the way back to the door, see his arm reaching toward the gun. 37-year-old woman panic and start to drive off, and the guy was stupid enough to try to think his leg was going to stop the vehicle, and can and just continue to pull out the gun and shoot.
Mm,
Welcome to America. How can we help you today?
mm. See
Okay.
that? That's not America. That's not America. Because and the reason why I say that is because there are some great and some very decent people here in America that would not take a stance like that. That
I
would not do that. That
I
would
don't
not.
disagree with you.
Yeah.
However, to
But see,
for the
we got to. The reason why I say that, Badger, we got to be real careful because there's people watching us all over the world, and I don't want and I don't want to draw a picture for them.
we don't have to draw a
Yeah,
picture for them.
I listen to what I'm saying, Badger. I don't want to draw a picture for them to make them think that majority of the people in America is that way because it's not. There is an element of people here in America that's that way, think that way. You can see it is very obvious. You saw it yesterday. But there's a lot of other people that would not take that stance at all, that stand on what's right and live their life in a very honorable way.
Oh, that I agree with you as far as that goes. But remember, it was the majority of America that put in the president.
Amen. Amen.
It wasn't a majority. It wasn't a majority. It wasn't a majority. Because they got this thing called the electoral. And Leonard, you know a lot about this, man.
Electoral college, I'm aware.
Yeah. So it was. He did not win the popular vote. The popular vote would tell you the amount of people that actually voted for him. And if had you gone by the popular vote, he would not be in office right now.
You remember he won before too, right?
Yeah, I do remember
Okay.
he won before, but at the
Okay,
same time, and I also remember that he did not win the popular vote even then.
Yeah, but it's a
The
contest.
popular vote,
It's a contest.
it is a contest. But
Yes.
if we talking about once we say the majority, you put it in a whole different category because it
Okay.
wasn't the majority that voted for him because popular vote said something different.
I'm 54. It's been like this since
And
I've been here.
let's not act like
Mm-hmm.
we don't understand what they do with when they minimize the people that will vote against them when they do this mapping. Let's not minimize the fact that the Democratic you go to vote in a Democratic situation and you have to wait all day to vote. You know, there's a lot of this stuff. We Raheem, you're right. This is majority, and that is the way that why they're conducting themselves this way, because they saw power slipping, and they had to put us back in our place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so this is not the majority of the people that even Republicans right now, as late as they are to the party, are saying this is too much.
Yep.
It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
So now, come on, man. You know, let's not veer off. That is, you know, now we're disrespecting. You know, we're going into conversation, and we're disrespecting the life of this woman. You know, come on. Let's just stay focused and keep the main thing. We just witnessed a murder.
Thanks for the share. Thank you.
A murder.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's what this topic started out to be. What did you see? We saw murder.
Mm-hmm. And my thing is
just, now what are we gonna do about it?
Mm-hmm. And my thing is this right here, man. And everybody got their right. You know, Leonard, Badger, y'all feel the way y'all feel, and I respect the way y'all feel. Y'all have the right to feel that way. But I can't go with the idea of thinking that it was the popular, the majority or over half of the United States of America voted this man in. No.
Can I please finish what I was saying?
Go ahead.
Looking throughout that process and also looking at the House and Senate and all of the people that has been voted in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the narrative, knowing that they were probably going to be going after immigration in the beginning. That's literally, there was whole campaign. So, and being from the culture I'm from and observing other cultures in America, oh boy, this ain't surprising.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate the fact that I can say that,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
When greedy, evil human beings are doing what they want to do, it happens. Like, it's people are still being taken, people are still being shot. It's if it ain't one group, it's another group, and if it ain't those two groups, it's another group. Like, I was having this conversation with my wife yesterday. Like, that's what America does. It's done that since its inception.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Um, let me go to Cassandra. Cassandra Alexander Green. Good morning, young lady. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Cassandra, you got two different views on this on the situation that happened yesterday with ICE. Some are saying that it was murder. He killed her. He had no right to do so. She was fleeing and had, yeah, I looked at a couple of news channels yesterday and they were saying that a lot of law enforcement was saying that when somebody is fleeing in their car, that they have documentation is written that an officer is not supposed to shoot into a fleeing vehicle. He did it at point blank range. And they were saying that, for that reason it was wrong. They say that it has been said that he's very lucky that he's still alive, that he was fighting for his life, and I'm shocked that he's still alive, that he made it. Well, when after he did the shooting, the video was still going, and it showed him pulling up his mask and walking away, like he was totally fine. He was walking away. So I asked you the question, Cassandra: was it self-defense or was it murder? Come on, talk to me.
Anybody, any person that says that they are sane, I'm not talking about crazy people, because of course people that are crazy, their perception of what happened can be blurred.
Distorted, yeah.
But when you have people that say that they are fully sane and can look at that video, now I'm going to prove what I just said about sane people and then people that are just crazy.
Thanks for the share. Thank you.
Your president said that the man was in the hospital, that he was dragged by the car. Woo, 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 woo. Well, we know he's crazy, first of all, so let's just make that plain. Because how can anyone look at that video and not see even the position of the wheels of her car? She was just trying to get away, get out of the way, get out of their way. And how in the world can you see somebody that was trying to hit somebody, intentionally hit somebody? Actually, they murdered that woman.
Mm-hmm.
They murdered that woman, and they murdered her for nothing. She was a U.S. citizen. So for everybody that believes that this Gestapo has a right to do that, there's something wrong with you. Yes, I said it. I don't care whether you like it. There is something wrong with you. When a U.S. citizen trying to get free out of his way, because obviously there's something wrong with this Gestapo, because he would have known that the lady getting at you, why are you shooting into the car? No, he did not try to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely not. And if anybody says so, you it's something wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
Join the crazy wagon with your president.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I got a comment here. and I'm gonna read it. And Tucson, I want you to address it. Let me see. Press Craig said she was told to exit the vehicle. Then she reversed and threw it in drive and almost hit the federal agent. She was asked to exit the vehicle. Then she it's a little ways away from me. It's small letters, but I need to get my help on that. She was told to exit the vehicle, and then she reversed and threw it in drive and almost hit the federal agent.
Would it be okay for them to shoot his mama?
Tucson, go
What
ahead,
about his
bro.
daughter,
Mm-hmm.
sister? Would it be okay if he did that to them? Get somewhere
No.
and go back under that rock.
Tucson, talk to me, brother.
When you agree with the mindset of a certain type of people, those kind of comments, it says it don't matter whether they immigrants or citizens. This is the way that the president and his administration and these people are going to conduct themselves, and it does not matter. We blind ourselves to whatever, and we hear and say things that makes it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
In this country, right, this one right here, we have seen and experienced people shot down in the streets by the thousands, by the hundreds. In this country right here, this one right here. When you hear that kind of comment, it don't matter, because we have seen cities put underwater. This one.
Yeah.
This country right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
Yeah.
We have seen over and over and over and over again people shot down or gunned down, and we don't even want to talk about other things that has happened in this country right here. And here's the kicker part. We got a Supreme Court, lawmakers that has said that it's okay. Gave the right of way. All of a sudden, I know ISIS has all, that's what you say, that they have always existed. But, I mean, when you hear a person see what you see, and then come in the defense of an officer that has killed somebody for whatever reason, this person is saying, in defense of the officer, that I've seen exactly what they said. It was self-defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
He tried it.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose today, which is very well possible, that you disagree, any one of you, with the way that things are going on, and ISIS, the military, shows up in your neighborhood, which is very well possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you feel like you are one that will not, you will be in a opposition to this.
Mm-hmm.
And you're that lady.
Wow.
The same thing
Mm-hmm.
that can happen to you has happened to that lady. So put yourself in that place, and that's you.
Mm-hmm.
That's you. If Any way you can call it panic, you can call it fear, you can call it freedom, whatever you want to call it. You could call it right or wrong. But put yourself in that place because Raheem, I'm not speak things into existence or prophesy or say things, but I'm looking at this thing and I'm looking at a whole bunch of people, a lot of people. I can see it in my.
Teresa's talking about the ICE agent that killed the young lady yesterday.
American citizens that say we're tired and we're gonna stand for our rights. And I can see it just as plain as day. They're gonna gun you down already. That's true.
Wow.
They said, the president said that they have the right to shoot you down like a dog.
Wow.
You watch it. You wait for it. I hate to say it, but the way that we operate, and nobody is saying it's wrong. They say the man went to the hospital. How in the heck he got in the hospital? They falsify some records. They do it now.
Yep.
Just in case somebody wants to see it. They might have sent him to the hospital just because. And I'm gonna watch the video and see if he had a limp.
That joke ain't had no limp. I saw him walking away, man. That joke ain't had no limp. But,
no limp.
No. I didn't see a limp. But Leonard.
Some bruises.
Yeah, I was about to say something. I'm gonna take the high road on that one. I was about to say something. But let me and Leonard.
Yes, sir, you call my name.
Yes, Leonard, remember where you are, okay?
Yeah.
Remember where you are. But your question was answered. He said, you said would his mother blah blah. He said yes. But he said his mother and his sister would not do that anyway. And certainly would not block. And the second part of the comment was would not block the roadway.
Okay.
When a federal agent is trying to come through.
Okay. Go as you will.
You know, I know you. Go ahead.
Go as you will. I don't argue with that type of wickedness.
Wow. It's a lot, man. It's a lot tied into this thing, man. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot of restraint, man, to not say certain things. And so y'all bear with me today, man. Y'all bear with me.
Frank, can I say, Raheem? That's what you have to understand. And something really bothers me about what you said earlier. I've dedicated my life to fighting injustice.
Absolutely.
This is the way it has been. We don't say people's names and repeat people's names over and over walking up and down these streets because it did not happen. You didn't get a president concerned about people of color until Johnson signed the Civil Rights Acts. You have forgotten where you are. And I will sell and paint no propaganda for nobody listening in any country anywhere. This is the real America. Because it is happening, and that woman is dead because of it.
Truth. But my thing is this right here, though, Leonard. And I understand what you're saying. I understand exactly where you're coming from. I understand your angle. But at the same time, I don't want to paint with such a wide brush because I don't want people to think that that's the only America that exists. There's people like you.
This is not our portrait.
Listen to me. There's people like you that fight against that every day. If you didn't exist, think of what situation this country that we're in. Cassandra fight against it every day. Frank fight against it every day. You got certain people that fight against stuff like that every day that would not sit around and stand for things like that to happen in this country. They fight against that. So I don't want to paint the picture that make people think that that's all that goes on in America. No, that's not. It does happen here. Yes. And if anybody will be foolish to think that it does not happen here. Not saying that it does not happen here. I would never say that. But what I would say is there are good, decent people, yourself, Frank, Cassandra, and many, many other people that I may never name on here that fight against that every day, that do not stand for those things. And so my thing is, I don't want them to think it's one-sided, that this is all that happened, because we have another element. And the other element consists of people like you all that fight against it every day. And why y'all fight against it? Because it does happen. Yes, it does happen. But we have an element here that fight against it every day. Tooth for tooth, or what, eye for eye, whatever. They fight against it, and they stand 10 toes down, fighting against it every day. That's all I'm saying, brother. I'm not saying that it does not happen. Yes, it does. I would be foolish to even think that it does not happen. I see it. But at the same time, I thank God for people like you, people like Cassandra, people like Frank, people that I'm not necessarily naming all of you. And please excuse me, Tucson, people like that, man, that fight against it every day. I would be foolish, and I'm doing a total disservice if I did not also acknowledge you all. That's all I'm saying, brother. Annie from Mississippi. Good morning again. How you doing this morning?
When you get a chance, right?
Yes, sir. Annie from Mississippi, you there? Go ahead, Frank. Annie hung up on us again. She called back and she hung up on us. Go ahead, Frank. What's on your heart, brother? Oh, and Badger. Excuse me, Badger. And Badger too. Fight against it every day. Excuse me, Badger. Go ahead, Frank.
You know, I worked almost 30 years in the grocery industry, and we had shoplifters.
Mm-hmm.
And when we caught shoplifters, we had to take them to the back, handcuff them, and call the police.
Mm-hmm.
And we did that. We did that a lot because of the theft, and it was crippling in different stores. We would have to arrest people. But there were guidelines. You know, I remember one day we arrested this guy. We took him to the back. We called the police. The police showed up. This police officer walked in. This guy's handcuffed. Hit him right in his mouth. Wow. We ain't got time for this. You up in here stealing? I handcuffed the guy, tore up the paperwork. I said, man, you can go. Because, yes, he did commit a crime. Yes, he was supposed to go to jail and go before the judge. But to be assaulted is not part of it. It's not part of it. Yet maybe that lady, see, there's a whole lot of maybe in that situation. You know, if I wake up to come down and get a water out of the refrigerator, and you're in my house, don't talk about what happens after that. You're not supposed to be in my house in the middle of the night, uninvited.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't even be there. They shouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4 boys and 1 girl, 1 daughter. I just have 1. And I've made the same speech to get to every man that she's ever dated. Listen, I'm her father. If you ever have a problem with her, leave her alone. If y'all get married and you ever have a problem with her, you either leave or you bring her to me.
Mm-hmm.
Putting your hands on her is not an option. You're not her father, and she's not a baby. I don't put my hands on her.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to let you know up front, putting your hands on her is not part of the deal. Murdering someone for not doing what you told them to do is not the punishment for driving away.
Mm-hmm.
And see, it's people like that. Either they're S-starters, where they just want to to be cowardly behind a computer and type in some mess to cause us to argue about the little simple-minded things that they put out there. Or what's even scarier is that they believe that. It is justifiable that you can take a life. See, what happens is when you empower people like I, and you tell them that they can do whatever they want to do, when they get into confrontation, they're just like bullies.
Yep.
When you get people that lack self-control, you see it, and I know men and women get abused. But when you get a man that is abusing a woman, he's trying to make sure that he has dominance over her. Normally, he's narrow-minded, not very well educated, and the only other thing that he can do, because he's a man, is to try to make her do what he wants him to do, her to do. So he puts his hands on. So this guy, what is happening is when ICE is showing up now, they have people that are blowing their horns and blowing whistles and calling them out, and now they're irritated. And so what they're doing, what he did in his irritation is, I mean, do you know who I am? The president said, I can do whatever I want to y'all, and you're interfering with what I'm doing. So I'm going to kill you. And the people that agree with that, you're a part of it.
Absolutely.
They can trial your behind too.
Wow. 508 and press Craig. This is the number 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. We're a spiritual platform here, so with no profanity. You can call in. We love to have your input, but control your tongue. But say what you want to say. Say what you want to say. Just leave the profanities out. 508-924-3521. And from Mississippi, talk to me. What's on your heart right now? Tucson, come to you next, brother. Cassandra, be on standby.
We all recognize the problem right here. Everybody knows that there is a problem. Everybody recognizes that there is a problem, and it's mainly coming from the Oval Office. So since we know what the problem is, how are we gonna solve this problem? But we have to make sure that we get out this year and vote in the midterm.
Yeah.
We cannot afford to do another year. Actually, we can't afford to do another month with Donald Trump in office. But we have to pray until that midterm get here, and we get to turn this thing around, because it's getting crazier and crazier. It's not about America first, it's about him. This was an American gunned down. An American. ICE was supposed to be doing some kind of picking up illegals and all that. So now they're out in the streets. It's like in the old Wild Wild West, just with a gun, untrained with a gun, and given the right to pull the trigger, and nothing will happen. That's what we see going on in America now. So we got to make sure we do what we have the power to do. Get this dangerous demon with too much power out of office. That's our job. And that's all I have to say.
Good deal. And hang out if you can't hang around with us for a little bit, Annie, because I'm gonna call your name again in a little bit. Tucson, talk to me. Cassandra Alexander Green, come to you next, sis.
If you stand in opposition or protest, you might as well change your name. I think her name is Renee Nicole Good.
Yes.
That's you. Your right to protest, if that's what it is, then if they decide that you are in opposition, they can shoot you down just like her. You can be a mother, you can be a father, you can be a husband, you can be a wife that is an American citizen. And if you, by the order of this administration, the president and this administration, in agreement,
Mm-hmm.
you might as well change your name. Keeping is good. Because you can, what I'm it's ugly, what I'm going to say, but in their mind, you can get it too.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow.
That is thing I've ever heard and seen in my lifetime is that you if you say the wrong things, you have the right freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking that away.
Mm-hmm.
But right to proof, that's no longer, because what they're saying is that she was leading, or she was one of the protesters, and that's why they, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And we've known in this country that sometimes we got to stand for our rights.
Yes.
Well, throw your rights in the trash can.
Mm.
And here's the thing about what I'm hearing, at least what I'm hearing, Badger, Leonard, that I understand that there are good people right here. I understand that there are people that won't stand for this. I understand that. And there's a lot of them.
Yes.
But in spite of all of that right here, it's still happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's happening every day, all day. And the frightening thing to some people, this type of action that's going on in Minnesota, is it?
Yes.
Minnesota?
Minneapolis. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Minneapolis. This kind of action is coming to a city near you.
Mm-hmm. What are you going to do? Cassandra Alexander Green.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Finish your thought, brother.
I'm waiting for some son or some daughter in this country to say, no, that's my mother, I shot.
Mm. Wow. Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Cassandra Alexander Green, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I want to just read the key words for the word Gestapo,
Mm-hmm.
because ICE operates as Gestapo. The Gestapo function is to eliminate political opposition, enforce racial laws, and maintain control through terror and surveillance.
Mm-hmm.
Their authority has been unchecked, including the ability to arrest people, send them to concentration camps. Their affiliation, they became a part of the SS under Heinrich Himmler, solidifying its control. We can put a few names in there that are in positions in this regime that is presently in control.
Mm-hmm.
Their legacy, they became a symbol. This is Gestapo, which is ICE now. We're going to just interchange that to ICE. They become Gestapo.
Mm-hmm.
Because they became a symbol of ruthless, oppressive state security, often referenced when discussing authoritarianism, which I have been saying from the beginning this man wanted to operate as an authoritarian. We have actually moved into that because we don't have freedom of the press. We don't have freedom of speech because he said so. And this country is in trouble.
Wow. Wow.
Come through, Shiro. That's my Shiro right there.
So Cassandra, has ICE positioned itself or been placed in a position to be the judge, jury, and prosecutor because
and execute no. Not judge, jury, and prosecute. No, they are executioners. Judge, jury, and executioner. They made a conscious decision yesterday to become the executioner.
Mm-hmm.
You want to kill somebody that is fleeing you. Where is that legal in the United States? And anybody that wants to see can tell this woman did not try to run him over. They showed him after he had killed her, walking away, no limp, no nothing. But she tried to kill him. He was, according to your president, he was under the car, almost being dragged, and had to go to the hospital. He hopes he makes it. You lying.
Hold it.
Press said she was shot by the officer in front of her. She was shot by the officer in front of her. Does that make it right, brother? To shoot somebody in a car? The way the law is written, you're not supposed to shoot into a fleeing vehicle. That's the way the law is written. We got a couple of people that I hope they call in today. They will verify that as well, or you can look it up yourself. You're not to shoot into a fleeing vehicle. He wasn't in danger. What danger was he in? Not on the side. How was she fleeing? How fleeing from what? They asked her to move out the road, and she was moving. They trying to for whatever reason. Why are you trying to get in her car? What are you trying to get in her car for?
To assault her.
That's the question.
Exactly. You asked her to move, and now you're trying to get into a car. You pulled it on the door, trying to get into her vehicle. Why? What's the purpose behind that? What are you trying to do that for? What are you trying to get into her car for? Please explain that to me. There was one officer that did that. While he was doing that, the other officer had already unholstered his weapon. He had already unholstered his weapon. Shot 3 times, hitting the lady in the face. She pulled down a little further and crashed into another vehicle. Dead. Judge, juror, prosecutor, and like Cassandra said, executioner. What gives them the right? What gives them the right? If anybody could explain that to me, please do.
And Raheem, let's acknowledge that the fact that every kind of person is listening to this broadcast. Every type of person is listening. They're not seeking salvation.
Mm-hmm.
They just listening. They want to talk about what's going on, just like you.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to understand, despite what this show stands for,
mm-hmm.
everybody listening don't stand for that.
Leonard, Press, and I extended an invitation for Press Craig to call in. He said he unholstered it when she put the car in drive.
Okay.
Is that a death sentence? To put your car in drive, is that a death sentence?
Okay. Just say okay. Because there's no sense in arguing with the wicked.
Mm-hmm.
You continue to make excuses for the murder of an innocent woman. Say her name.
Mm-hmm.
Every time, say her name. That's what we do in the street. All the killings that have been going on, like I said, I don't know where y'all been, but we've been marching and shouting about this for how long?
Mm-hmm. Ever.
When they pulling up vans in black neighborhoods and throwing people in the back.
Mm-hmm.
When you can get killed for simply not doing what somebody white said. Because that's the only, I'm trying to figure out who is looking at this trying to find a positive for the police. I wonder what that person does for a living.
Again, I'm gonna give another invitation to anybody, not just press. Because press said if you're aiming for the officer, yes sir. Who was aiming for the officer, sir?
With what? Aiming with what? Oh, man, stop it. If you was trying to run over me with a car, you know what I would do?
Move out the way.
Step to the side.
Move out the way. Exactly.
Step to the side.
Yep. Exactly.
But see, this is the problem when you give power to the wrong people. And we have been dealing with this for quite some time with the police. Remember, these ain't even police.
Yeah.
I want people to go back, if they can, if you did not get a chance to hear what Miss Cassandra said about the Gestapo. They raising funds. Do you understand? They fundraising.
Wow.
So they can fund more of them.
508-924-3521. Give us a call. 508-924-3521. I'll read your comments, but there's gonna come a point in time the conversation is gonna go. I'm not gonna be able to look at the comments. And so call in. If you have a stance on it, if you feel a certain way, it's okay. Let's have the dialogue. What I love to do is have the dialogue. We don't have to agree, disagree, don't have to argue, don't have to all that stuff. Let's just have the dialogue. Give us a call. 508-924-3521. Christopher O'Quady, good morning, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning, Brother Raheem. How are you? I am excellent, thank God.
Good deal. Good to have you, brother.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Did you see that situation that happened yesterday in Minneapolis? Did you see that video?
Actually, I walked into a room this morning and I saw the video. I was at work and I walked into a room and it was on somewhere and I saw it. I apologize. I am not.
Yeah. You don't look at new. You don't look. Yeah. I know.
I don't want to feel like I'm totally unconcerned, but I purposefully don't give myself to just the especially now at this time, the way things are being done and presented. I got to put myself in a whole different place. You know, anytime somebody gets senselessly murdered, just the pain of that act, it's terrible. You know, it's terrible. You know, Americans are not used to, well, at least for some time, not used to repressive governments that take laws into their hands and do what they want. But most of the world have lived here for a very long time, you know, where men in authority basically do whatever they want, you know? And I guess people have watched that and basically said we can replicate that same world here in America. It's unfortunate. America might not have been the what do you call it, a perfect union like it was portrayed, but when you go from the place of perceived for a perfect union to just being like a place of just reckless abandon to law and order, it's just terrible. So I feel for the family.
Yes.
My heart goes out for the lives that have been touched and affected by this gruesome act, you know, but I tend to protect my heart for him.
Yes,
you know?
that's good.
I don't, please, I'm not putting myself in a place of judgment for those who respond differently, and I totally appreciate those that have been given to respond differently, but I don't watch this stuff because sometimes it just gets you, you know. I don't know. It takes you to a place that I'm thinking of solutions. You know, I'm thinking of what's the solution going to be? What's the answer going to be? What's the voice that's going to rise up? You know, like we can say this, and election comes. And most people are so disappointed with the system that they cannot even get up to say, we have a right, we can change this. You know, this is in the system that we've been given, this cannot go on for more than 4 years. But if people do not wake up, then this will become the America that we never hoped for. You know, that's, I just pray for the families. I pray for people that are being torn out of their homes and sent to countries, and their families being left uncared for. There's certain things that are being done that are just totally inhuman. You know, talking about being American is totally inhuman. You know, so that's my little take right here.
Good deal. In what you said, I did gather that you said senseless murder. So you think that was a murder? Was it self-defense at all? Could you see it as being self-defense? Don't answer. Don't answer.
Okay, yeah, okay, no, I'm here.
Okay.
So I've seen instances where men that are in position of power have controlled the use of force. I've seen it.
Yeah.
You know, even when people are acting real crazy. Yeah, there was a video one time I saw of a white guy fighting with policemen, right? And he was literally trying to snatch their gun from their, what do you call it? From their hand, for their hustler. They were trying to snatch the gun, and they kept doing everything not to use lethal force. So I think these men have been trained that when lethal force is not necessary. So I'm concerned when people just quickly go to the point of just taking someone's life. You know?
Yeah.
If the lady had pulled a gun and was trying to shoot at them, you know, it's understandable that you defend yourself. You know?
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
From the little bit that I saw, I didn't watch it for a long time, but from the little bit I saw, I think something different could have been done.
Absolutely.
Everybody that's screaming is not crazy, you know. From the little bit I saw, they could have handled it a whole lot different.
I'm going. We got a couple of.
But then this, like, right? Things happen for a reason. Sometimes it takes the death of one person to wake up those that are living, that are almost in a state of being dead to things, you know, and not doing anything at all.
Yeah.
You know, so this might be something that might awaken us all. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, that's one positive way to look at it. There's a lot of layers tied into this thing. We got a few people that just called in. I'm calling in the order in which you called in, so please don't hang up. I'm coming to each and every one of you. The next person on the line is Willow. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Rahul. Good morning, Flo.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
You didn't see it?
I didn't. I apologize. I didn't see it because for one reason, I thought I stole away a lot from the news that, you know, my husband, he loves to see the news. He sees world news, CNN, local news. So, you know, the news is for me. But no, I didn't. I didn't see it.
Okay. I wish.
But I'm like.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm like what Leonard said. You know, I was listening to Leonard, and since I've been on this year so more ago, you know, Leonard has been saying the same thing over and over about how we as people could change the way our government is by voting. And I don't know if I told you, I went at the voting polls during the times of voting, and our percentage is so low, it's pathetic. We have like 2 precincts, and over thousands of people that live in the precinct. And if you might get maybe, just maybe, 11 or 12% of the people that come out and vote, no matter what.
Wow.
So, I'm with Lennon. I mean, we could talk all day till our breath stinks, but if you really want to make things happen or change, you got to work together. And
Wow.
that's something we're not doing. We're not putting this together. And by us building these perilous times, all my head is going to get worse.
Yeah.
That's from my heart.
Good deal. And you know she says, she said you could talk all day until our breath stink. Boy, that's some talking there, boy. That's some talking. Something is wrong with Willa sound. Yeah. Or something's wrong with your sound a little bit there. We could hear you, but it was muffling a little bit. But I don't know whether you was on speaker or something like that. But yeah, it was a little something that was wrong with your sound. And but let me see. Let's go. We got another caller from the 404 area code. 404 area code. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Dennis, if that's what you're saying.
Yeah, Dennis. Yes. Hey, Dennis, how you doing?
Yes, I'm doing fine.
Hey, Dennis, are you talking directly into the phone because it's a little bit low? Are you on a earpiece? If you're on an earpiece or something or Bluetooth, please talk directly into the phone so we can hear you.
Okay, I will. Right. Is this better?
Yeah, that's better. Now, are you the same one that was on Big O? That was comedy?
Pardon me?
Were you watching the broadcast earlier?
I just tuned in.
Okay. Well, what we're talking about, Dennis, we're talking about the situation that happened yesterday, with the ICE in Minneapolis when they shot and killed the young lady. How do you feel about that, brother? Was that justified?
Well, it is straight up murder. From my vantage point, America has become a lawless society where the show of force is what have become normal, and when you have the power, that's how you behave. I believe the officer will not be charged. Nothing will become of it because the FBI or whoever is going to investigate it. If the finding isn't believed in the government favor, they will go back and make sure that it is justified. Justified kill. And that's how we've seen it. I mean, they go abroad, they do that, they do it here. So I really don't see any solution to this this new world order, new colonial world order that America is perpetuated, even in the United States.
Excuse me. Now I hear, Mr. Dennis, I hear an accent. Where are you from, sir?
I'm from a place called Guyana.
Okay. How do you?
I've lived in the United States since 1977.
1977. Okay. Good. That's good. Hey, Christopher, where are you from?
I'm from heaven via Nigeria.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay.
I'm from Nigeria.
Okay. So Mr. Dennis, how do you feel about? You say you've been here in America since I think you said the 70s. How do you feel about that? I know you said this new style of it. How do you feel about that? What does it say to you? And being from Ghana, how does that make you feel knowing that you're in America and the direction that America is going on in? Are you comfortable with it?
It's Guyana, not Ghana.
Guyana. I'm sorry.
In South America.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what I feel, America is an empire, and if we know what has happened to empires, eventually they die. I mean, we have Britain, we have France, and we have all of that. So it's just a matter of time. So if we think if it's going to get better, no.
Yeah.
I'm very pessimistic when it comes to that. It's only going to get worse.
Yeah. I unfortunately, brother, I have to agree with you. I don't want to feel that way, but realistically, yeah, I have to agree with you. Someone's asking for the phone number. The number is 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Tucson, talk to me, brother.
I think that our brother just spoke.
Yes.
I forgot your name, sorry.
Dennis, Mr. Dennis.
And Dennis and Christopher, it's possible that they can say that older nations or empires see this type of thing happening.
Fred's correct.
It happens because there's no one that can, a dictator, how he to conduct themselves, and not only the one that is a dictator, those that support his mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You can take women, men, boys, and girls at any time, anywhere, and do what you feel like you want to do with them, because there's no law on the face of the earth that can tell you that you can't.
Mm-hmm.
This is a baby nation, United States. We're not that. This country is not that old.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we have a group of persons that is looking at older countries and nations and see how they operate and how they do their people, and they say, "Oh, we can do it like that."
Mm-hmm.
If we feel like it, and we hear some or see some protesters, we just gas them all to death.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. Wow.
And funny as it is, it's true. I believe it's true. I think that we can take them and put them before a firing squad and gun them down.
Mm.
And the laws that we will support it. The Supreme Court, if you pick the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court supports your actions, what are you not capable of? You think that if judges and prosecutors right now are in protest, have been since January, to the actions that are going on in this country, and not a thing has been done to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about it. We're talking about it, but it keeps going. They got fathers and mothers and children right now that don't even know where they are because they have been handcuffed and what you call them, little top rats, and brought into a place that their mother and father and children and husband and wife don't even know what happened to them. In this country, it just happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it's happening as we speak.
Yeah. Wow.
And nobody, well, I know we're talking about it. Nobody has come forth, not enough, has come forth and say, okay, that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last thing I want to say.
But can I chime in?
Hold on.
We're going to stay at home. We're going to stay at home when the next voting session comes in and say nothing can be done about it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Got a lot of people I'm trying to call on everybody in the order in which they called in. So please be patient. Do not hang up. I'm going to touch on each and every one of you. Next person on the line is Joseph. Good morning, Joseph. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, family. How's everyone
Hey, doing good, doing good. Joseph, I know you being who you
All
are,
right.
man. You saw this situation that happened yesterday.
Mhm.
They're saying it's self-defense. Did you see it as self-defense or did you see it as murder?
You mean with the Minnesota
Yes.
situation with
Yes,
the
sir.
ICE?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was Gestapo tactics. Trump's personal militia group behaving unlawfully. The U.S. is in panic mode right now. The global economic situation is shifting. And as we approach Dr. King's holiday, we should be mindful of what he said. We're all tied together in a single garment of destiny. What affects one directly affects all indirectly. We're all tied together. Now, what you see happening is the United States right now is panicking. BRICS, the Brazil, Russia, India, and South Africa, China, they're going to establish one currency, and the U.S. dollar is no longer going to be central to trade. And this is a problem. This is why we went into Venezuela to kidnap Maduro and his wife. Okay, we're in panic mode. That the Cato Institute and the Heritage Foundation all got together in their think tanks to plan a shift inside the country. That's why they're using race to appeal to a dumbed down base and using them while they implement certain policies that's going to be harmful to everybody in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all because we're in panic mode. China's sitting back right now. They're not even worried about what the U.S. is doing in Venezuela. They've already put their operation in place. It's going to work like a smooth running machine, while the U.S. has got to do some crazy stuff. They're talking about taking Greenland, attacking Colombia, possibly attacking Cuba. They're in panic mode. So if we have more killings by ICE in this country, it wouldn't surprise me. They're behaving like Gestapos. They're in panic mode.
Wow.
And these racists don't realize that their racist plan it's not going to work either, because the world is waking up. The whole world is waking up. Africa is shifting. African leaders are rising up. They're taking control of their mental resources. Europe can't have direct access to those resources like they used to, and that's a problem. Europe is in panic. But you know what? God is in control.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Let's have the dialogue, y'all. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We got another caller. I think that's 580. I think that's what that is. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Craig.
Hey, Miss Craig, how you doing?
Oklahoma. Man, I'm all right. I'm hearing a lot of virtue signaling from people that really, any other time, if there's been a different president, would be praising what he's doing. Maduro was an illegitimate president, been called an illegitimate president for over 8 years. Not just by the right, by the left. It's the reason why we could go in there and do what we did anyway, because no administration in recent history has deemed him as being a legitimate president. Nobody says that he is. He committed crimes, and we went and took him, brought him back to our country, and we're making him face justice for those crimes. Chuck Schumer, 3 years ago, it was 2020, said that he was in front of Congress and called for regime change. So I don't understand why now all of this virtue signaling is coming out if it's not just for the fact that Donald Trump is the one doing it. I voted for mass deportation of illegals in this country. I did that, and I stand by that. I feel like if we don't secure our borders, then we don't have a country.
Hey, Mr. Craig, let me ask you this question.
I'm not saying that everybody that's in this country is here for nefarious reasons.
Hey, Craig, you gotta listen to me, brother. You gotta listen to me.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this question. And first and foremost, thank you for calling in, brother, because I always say I love having a dialogue, and this is what I love to do. I love having a talk and have people come together and talk to each other, not argue, fuss, and all that stuff. That's not going to accomplish anything.
Yes, sir.
I love to talk. I love to have the dialogue. So let me ask you this. You said that you voted for the immigration and you want to control that part of it. Okay, that part is fine. I could go with you on that a little bit. But my thing is this. What does that have to do with killing people that live here in the United States of America? What does that have to do with ICE agents shooting this lady down, man? I mean, people can view it the way they want to view it, and everybody view it differently. But that's somebody that lives here in the United States of America. What does that have to do with what we voted for?
If you're blocking the highway and the ICE agents are telling you to move, you refuse to move, say, no, I'm not going to. They grab the door to pull you out of the car because now you're being apprehended. Now you're under arrest because you're refusing a lawful order. You throw your car in reverse, back up 5 feet, whatever it was, then throw it in drive and direct that vehicle at another agent. That agent fires at you. You got what you had coming.
Okay.
It's a tragedy. It is. I'm not saying it's not. It's a shame that the woman lost her life. But until we tone down this rhetoric, until we say that was wrong, you shouldn't be doing that, don't put yourself in that position, then things like this are going to continue to happen.
See, my
thing is, protest. You can stand on the side of the street and scream to the top of your lungs that this is wrong if that's how you feel, for sure.
Let me say this to you, Craig.
You can't be, man. They're throwing all kinds of stuff at these agents when they're driving down the road. Okay.
Let me say this to you, Craig.
We've had agents shot in broad daylight.
Hey, Craig, hold on. Let me say this to you. I understand. I hear what you're saying. But I will say this. I worked in law enforcement for 10 years. And so there's certain things that you can and you cannot do. One of the things that's written across the board that an officer is not to fire inside a fleeing vehicle. That's against the law. That's against every protocol that law enforcement. You are not to fire into a fleeing vehicle. That's something that's you can't do that.
There's nuance to that, sir. You know that.
But
there's nuance to that.
There is. You're absolutely right. There is. But in that instance that we saw yesterday, it did not apply to that. There's no way at all he should have fired. Move out the way. Step back. You have all her credentials. You know what the vehicle that she's driving. You have the tag on there. All these different things. It's going to tell you who that person is. And to take out your weapon and to fire into that vehicle, sir, that was wrong. Now, by way of the law, what we have to govern ourselves by as law enforcement agencies, as an agent, that was wrong.
Sir, I respectfully disagree, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
We just seen an instance 8 months ago, or maybe it was closer to a year ago, where a pregnant woman went into a liquor store and robbed the liquor store, and when she came out of that liquor store, she got in the car, and officers surrounded her car. There was one on the side. They parked the car behind her, and an officer got in front of the car. She proceeded to drive forward in front of that car, and that officer shot through her window 3 times, and it killed that lady. It's a tragedy that it happened. That officer is walking today because of it. Because there is a threat. You can use a vehicle and threaten people. Now, a vehicle can be a weapon, or it can be a tool used to get back and forth, to get around.
To your point, a vehicle can
as a weapon.
To your point, a vehicle can be deemed as a deadly weapon. Absolutely. But my thing is, in that situation that we talked about yesterday, sir, let's be honest. Let's be honest, sir. That was not right. He was in a situation, and then he said he had to go to the hospital and all this stuff. He was here. Come on. The dialogue that
you and I both know that if you're going, you and I both know if you're in an incident like that, they're going to take you to the hospital.
Yeah, but
that
my thing,
precautionary measures.
But my thing is this right here.
So, Ron,
but you can, and a lot of people have that. But one thing I'm gonna say, Frank, I know I don't have to say it to you, but I'm gonna say it to everybody else that's on here, to include you, Frank. Remember that Craig is a guest in our home. He's a guest in our house, so he's a guest in our house. So we got to treat him with a certain level of respect. We're not gonna disrespect.
With all due respect.
Yeah, but let me
go back and forth.
But let me say this. Hold on, Frank. Hold on, Frank. Let me say this. Did he have an opportunity? Did he have an opportunity to simply take one step to the right or to the left to get out the way of the path of the vehicle?
Probably would have taken him a couple, but yes, he could have got out of the way.
Yeah, and with that, that's.
But why did he have to?
Could have. He did get out the way. She didn't hit him.
Mm-hmm.
She did hit him. She hit him in the hip with her car, but it doesn't. That's neither here nor there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a death. It's not a death sentence for the man, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, but it was for her.
So officers are there to protect.
Mm-hmm.
And federal agents are there to protect too.
Mm-hmm.
And when you put yourself in that kind of a position, you're asking for it. I'm sorry, but you are.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on.
Here's my question that we can't do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just quick. It's just a quick question. Okay, why did he refuse her medical support?
He didn't. Another officer immediately ran to her.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
There was a physician there.
Yeah,
a
doctor.
I am a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check on her. And he said no. He said that
we have our own.
I am a physician. Let me check her pulse and give her medical assistance.
The officer said we have our own.
I don't know the circumstances. I don't know the circumstances in which this took place. I don't.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
You can say all you want to say, but I could announce to be a doctor as well and not do shit for.
You don't cuss.
I'm sorry, not do anything for her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
No, you're going past this. You're going outside the way. He announced it. So it's the same thing. If something was happening and somebody would say, "Is there a physician in the house?" This guy announced it though. Mm-hmm. I am a doctor. Mm-hmm. Please let me check her pulse and check on her. And he said, no.
We have our own medical.
He actually said, I don't care.
And he also said we have our own medical staff that's on the way or something to that effect as well. In the course of that, she's still over there dying. Oh man, it's a lot of people that want to talk. I don't know if Cassandra, do you want to say something?
Nope.
Okay. Rico, I
would like to say something.
Yes, go ahead.
Dennis.
Yes, Mr. Dennis, go ahead.
I would the quick comment to make, right, is that he talked about United States abducting Maduro, and there's a playbook that the United States use all the time. They will dehumanize you, call you a bad man, and then they're going to go in, whether they're going to kill you, bring you to the United States. There's a question they have used, which is fentanyl and drugs, and they're killing Americans. The guns that the United States manufacture kill millions of people. So how about another country coming into the United States, right, to abduct this president and his wife and put them on trial? So we've got to understand what is happening is that because you're big and bad, you dehumanize, you create this narrative, you go into a country, and then you pick their president if those things happen, or if any country that comes here to do the same thing, because the guns are killing a lot of people around the world, manufactured here in the United States. But then we want to say that that's coming from killing Americans. Do the reciprocal understanding of what is actually going on. And if that happens, would America accept it?
Well, of course not.
Mm-hmm.
Why would we? Why should we? For one, that's the way it works. And the second
one at a
thing
time.
is,
One at a time.
when I said not one administration has deemed him as being the president, almost the entirety of the UN deemed him as illegitimate. It wasn't just the United States that deemed him as illegitimate. This man took a woman off the ballot that had 91% or 93% of the vote in the country so that he could remain in power. He did that.
Donald Trump said he was.
That is a dictator. I've heard people today call Donald Trump a dictator. Donald Trump is authoritarian.
One at a time. One at a time.
So what has he done that's authoritarian like?
Read what authoritarian.
Hold on.
Raheem,
I got you, Rico.
Can you look up what authoritarianism is? And once you look that
I know what authoritarian.
Hold on, now we don't talk over each other. One at a time.
Sir, then you know
Calm
that
down.
this president is operating as an authoritarian and an autocrat.
No, I don't.
Read it. If you know, okay, tell me.
I'm asking you to.
Hold on. Greg, we don't talk over each other, brother.
Going against the press, freedom of speech, all of that is authoritarian type behavior. So you tell
did
me
you have freedom of speech before?
Greg, we don't talk over each other. We give each other an opportunity. Just like I say, we're gonna be respectful for you, brother. You got to be respectful for everybody that's on the broadcast as well. And so we don't talk over each other. We give each other an opportunity to express what they say. Then I come back to you and let you give your rebuttal if you have one. Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay. Rico, you wanted to say something, brother?
Yeah, man, this is just another example, man, of how people will find a way to defend everything that they're loyal to and believe in. And they'll start speaking in contradiction and hypocrisy. Now, here it is. We listening to the rhetoric and propaganda of people who told us that there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq and when they took their oil. We're dealing with people that went to Vietnam and switched sides before they went into Vietnam, took control of their pocket and flooded America with heroin. Oh, did we not do that with Afghanistan again too? Now, here it is. Maduro was this and that. He's a dictator. What about Netanyahu? Since we in the business of going around getting all the bad guys, why is it that we support some of them? Yeah. Why is it that we defend some of them? Or how is it that we can ignore and then start playing politics and then accuse people of this? This is what lets you know that this is the American way and people are distracted. We didn't agree with Libya and what Obama did either. This guy wanted to make it political because he is a zombie or a fan, a fanatic of political parties. And it goes on Democrat side too. They can sit back and argue everything to defend everything that they do wrong. And then go and start screaming, look at what they're doing, when somebody else is doing wrong. This is the American way. Slobodan Milosevic was taken out of Yugoslavia and prosecuted for war crimes. Bush and Cheney wasn't yet. Now here it is, you got Americans in top position who are willing to let you know that, yeah, we still feel like we the big, bad, mighty America who colonized the colonizers and the missionaries that took Hawaii. If you know your history, that's us. We're going to go in there, we're going to take their oil, and we're going to sell it at market price. We're not going to even sell it at the cheap prices they sold it at. Then we're going to take the money and put it back in Venezuela the way we think it should be done. Who gave America the right when you run around here abusing people and got to be exposed for sending black people to war. And then when they come back, you won't even treat them right. And other countries have to call you out on it. It takes a lot of nerve to come on here and talk so patriotic about a country that has been so demonic. And you have decades and decades of it. You want to talk about Maduro? Let's go back to Chavez. Better yet, let's go back 40 years before then, because you hooked on a lot of rhetoric. But this is not new. They wanted Venezuela before Maduro. They wanted Venezuela before Chavez. And Chavez kicked them out. It was a reason why. They wanted Venezuela and all before Chavez.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Good deal.
We invested $5 billion in the oil infrastructure in Venezuela.
The corporations.
We had three.
One at a time. We're not gonna talk over each other.
Three oil companies from the United
Hold
States.
on, Mr. Craig,
Okay,
hold on.
so
I'm gonna come to you. No. I'm coming to you next, brother. I'm coming to you next. I'm coming to you
We
next.
gotta order this thing.
Yeah. We keep
You just talked
yeah.
over. You've been butting in since you came in. You brand new and now you try to just dictate how it's gonna go. The corporations invested that. The corporations made deals with mega millionaires in Venezuela who want to be capitalists. And they want to create that same greed. They want the rich to get rich and the poor to get poor, and the people in Venezuela don't want it.
Good deal. Hold on, Rico. Let me go to him. Go ahead, Craig. What's on your heart, brother?
Yeah, so what I was going to say is Venezuela doesn't even control their own oil. They haven't controlled their own oil for a long time. They were using ghost ships to sell oil under the noses of American companies, too. We also have
Hold on, Rico.
ExxonMobil took it to an international court and won $10 billion that Venezuela owes them that they've never paid. Also, another oil company, I can't think of the name of it right offhand, but they were awarded $1 billion that Venezuela never paid them. And Chevron is the only oil company that stayed there. And the reason why they stayed there is they're playing the long game. They're trying to get renegotiations. They were forced into renegotiations once Maduro took office. And those renegotiations went from them receiving 80%, or I think it was like 75 to 80%. It was an 80-20 split down to a 50-50 split. And they just decided to stay there. They've accepted it. They're going to have to stay there until they can renegotiate. Our companies have invested billions of dollars into the infrastructure for oil in Venezuela, building the storage facilities and putting wells in. This isn't something that's crazy.
Hold on, let him finish his thought. Let him finish his thought, and I'll come back to you.
And a little bit of Google research would tell you that they stole from us. They stole from our companies.
Okay.
So when we decide to go in and take their president out, who is illegitimate, who has been deemed illegitimate, not just by us, but by several other countries, then and enact a regime change, we're going to take the oil. We're going to take ours back.
Okay. Rico, I'm gonna come to you, Rico, but I got a lot of other people. I got people that's holding on. I want to make sure I touch on everybody. So give me your quick version, because I got a lot of people on here, man. I want to be fair to everybody. So go ahead, Rico.
Well, it's gonna be quick. I mean, because he's the spokesperson right now for the corporations in America right now. So I want to know, since he's the spokesperson and know all this information, what do you think America should be held accountable for the lie they told about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq? Let's go back a little bit. Since you just should America ever be held accountable for the lies? I mean, have you ever seen anything America should be held accountable for, namely weapons of mass destruction, and removing that president and destroying that country?
Sure.
Okay.
If that's how far you want to go back, sure.
Okay.
I don't know how you would hold them accountable, because the men who were involved in that, most of them are dead. But sure.
We're talking about America.
Okay.
We talking about America. You didn't buy oil. America bought oil. Israel bought oil. You said we. So I'm saying we. I ain't see how it moved the goalposts.
Okay.
Nancy's Bush and China. No, we talking
You
about
moved
America.
to
Hold on,
go
hold on, hold on, hold on,
You
gentlemen,
wanna
gentlemen,
take
gentlemen,
it all
both
the way
y'all,
back
both
to
y'all, gentlemen,
2000.
gentlemen, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I said, hold on. I'm gonna let everybody jump in, but I said I love having the dialogue, and this is the part of what I love because everybody have to have an opportunity and be treated fairly and justly. But everybody have to have an opportunity to voice their opinion. You and Rico, y'all been talking for a while. I love y'all dialogue. I hope that each one of you get something out of it. But right now, let me go to Badger. Badger been on standby for quite a while as well. Badger, what's on your heart, brother?
Oh boy.
And we
So
and just for everybody, I'm implementing my 3-minute rule. Everybody have to get the thing in within 3 minutes. Because we got so many people on here, and everybody got something to say. So go ahead.
so going back to the ICE situation, there's a law in both the Department of Justice policy and the Homeland Security policy for use of force. If the vehicle is operated in a manner that threatens to cause death or serious physical injury to the officer or others, and no other objectively reasonable means of defense appear to exist, which includes moving out of the path of the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I have watched 3 different angles of that situation, and in all 3, he had the ability to move out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Yes. True.
I was in a Zoom call for over 2 hours last night, watching every clip we could find and having a very long conversation about it. It's a really unfortunate situation. It's not fun at all. But at the end of the day, looking at the laws, looking at the entirety of the situation, um, trying to figure out what is a reasonable protest and what's not a reasonable protest, blocking of vehicles, not blocking of vehicles, like it is so there is so much going on in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, the law states what it states. So with the law stating what it states, what is your view of what that officer should have done, and does he even know what the law is?
Greg, I think he's addressing you.
I think the officer was completely justified doing what he did. Vehicle can be deemed as a weapon, and when you point the vehicle at an officer, or you point the vehicle at anybody, they have the right to defend themselves.
Was that? I think a part of I think a part of the question. I think a part of the question was that his only means of defense that he could have used at that particular time.
What else would you want him to do?
Step out the way, take a step to the right or the left, and let the vehicle go.
And do what? He read the law. And why are you ignoring what he read?
Mm-hmm.
He read it verbatim. He read it to you. Why do we continue? Was he in danger?
Hold on, one at a time. One at a time.
He read the law. Did you hear it? Do you need him to read it again? No, I heard it, and I still feel the officer was justified.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, thank you for your honest opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm loving this, man. 'Cause I'm loving the dialogue. I'm loving having people with different views and different opinions, and being able to have the freedom and the platform where they can actually voice their opinion. So,
And
thank
to
you
be
all.
clear, I did not mean that as sarcastic.
Absolutely. I know, brother. I know. Leonard, talk to me. 3 minutes, brother.
I'm just, I don't see coming back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What up?
Hey.
Talk to me now.
Good morning, Rahim.
Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
I'm fine.
What are you hearing?
You know, as I listen to it, what I'm hearing is a bunch of back and forth. That's what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Because first of all, Rico nailed it. He did.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody was listening.
Yes.
But just like you said, you can't, once somebody believes something, there's nothing that you're going to say because it's in his heart. And what, because it's in his heart. You always ask, what's in your heart? That's what you ask.
Mm-hmm.
What's in your heart? So regardless whether we agree with a person or disagree, it's in his heart. It's going to be a back and forth, back and forth. So you're going to get the negative. You're going to get the positive. So at this point, what we have to learn as people, as human beings, that there's going to always be somebody that's not going to agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to learn to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that's accomplished in a debate on a show where you're trying to get some enlightenment, should I say, some to learn or some to grow from or something to mature from. Because that's what the Morning Glow is all about. It's about growing, maturing, and learning. So at this point, our panel needs to understand that there are some people in this world, no matter what, I'm telling you, Rico nailed it. If you were listening, no matter what, no matter what administrative we were under, somebody always did something wrong. And just to understand where this person is coming from, if we don't put ourselves in certain positions, because there's going to be people, look at it all the time. We say it all the time as black men, black women, if we're stopped by police, we have to do a certain thing because in our culture, this is the way they treat us. We can't act like some normal person because that's how we know some of the police officers do. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm listening to both sides.
Yeah.
If you don't as a person, and I understand how angry we get, but it's a way we got to do it. I didn't see it. But if it was my mom, my dad, my family member, until it's at your door, until it's at your front door, your opinion don't do exactly what it is. That's what's on my heart.
And you stopped with 11 seconds left before your timer went on. Well, you must have timed the thing
yourself.
yourself.
I know you trying to get me.
You must have timed that thing yourself. Tucson, talk to me. And I think we have a young lady named Teresa. If that's you, I'm going to come to you next as well. Tucson, talk to me. 3 minutes, sir.
3 minutes. You'll get this when you get home.
Yeah, there you go.
And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. How we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Walk home. If you're at home, on your way home, think about what's going on in this country. Think about what I just read and ask yourself, how we doing? Let me read it again. If a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read it a little bit more. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious the sky, for amber ways of grain, and put whatever the rest of the song.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
Yeah.
When you riding around, maybe you want to stop by the grocery store, pick your children up, go to your neighbor's house, go to your cousin's house.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. In America, the land of the brave, the home of the free, the United States
Mm-hmm.
of America.
Yes. Mm.
If a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
Absolutely.
And if a house be divided against itself, that that house cannot stand.
Mm-hmm.
Come, let us reason together. How we doing with that? We can't even talk. Agree to disagree. Maybe. I don't know. You might get that when you get home.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Good deal. I think her name was Teresa. Teresa, are you there? May not be Teresa. 813 area code. 813 area code. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is CJ, and
CJ. CJ, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. Yourself?
Hey, doing well, doing well. Thanks for asking, brother. You got 3 minutes, brother. What's on your heart about the conversation we're talking about right now?
So it's been in a couple of different directions. As a veteran and as somebody who has served and somebody who's also educated and also who's a black man who lived in this country and served for this country for a number of years, the thoughts and opinions expressed by certain people are questionable at best. And the reason I say that is because, number one, I think it was Badger who brought up the letter of the law, and you have somebody who basically says that officers don't have to obey the letter of the law; they can do whatever they want to because he felt threatened.
Mm-hmm.
Which speaks to one of the biggest problems that we have whenever it comes to law enforcement. They're undertrained and they need fact evaluations on a regular basis. There's no reason why you should take a job that's that dangerous and has that many risks and aversions to the way people attempt to try to live their life on a daily basis and continue to allow them to do it with biases and with also prejudices that they developed while being on the job without having psych evaluations and without having them continuously evaluated to make sure they're fit for the job. You can't be scared and be a police officer, just like you can't be scared and be a soldier. Those two things don't go hand in hand. Sorry, but he was wrong. He knew he was wrong, but because you want to stand and back the blue and whatever other dumb crap you want to come up with, that's what you're going to say and that's what you're going to do. And I heard the nice woman who talked about differences of opinion and da-da-da-da. The problem is that while we have differences of opinion, there's still a right and there's still a wrong. And we continue to allow people to get away with saying what's wrong instead of holding them to the fire so that we can all get on one accord with what is right and what is wrong, which is why we have things and people can say, make stupid comments about fake news and all this other crap that they continue to come up with because we continue to allow them to move the goalposts and continue to allow them to lie to themselves and to everybody else whenever they get the first chance they get. Wrong is still wrong. Mm-hmm. There's no two sides of a coin. There's no their truth, our truth. There's no right, any of the other stuff that we come up with,
30 seconds.
That try to justify somebody being wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple. And, there's a lot wrong with all the politics, but this country is screwed up from the jump because what we do is we allow people who are unqualified to teach people, which is how we get people who have bad opinions like Craig and so forth and so on, because we won't teach educators. We won't pay educators what they're worth or hold them to a higher standard so that we can actually pay them to educate children and adults as well.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Good deal. That's your time. The timer just went off. Curtis McNeil, good morning, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning, Ryan. I'm sorry, my phone had died. Guess what you guys was when Rico was talking.
Mm-hmm.
My phone died. My apologies. I had a little rough night last night.
Okay. What are you hearing in this situation?
How y'all doing?
Hey, doing well, brother. Good, doing well. What are you hearing in this conversation that we're having right now? The situation that happened in Minneapolis, man. Was it justified? Was it justified or was it murder? 3 minutes.
Right, it was murder. Everybody on here know what I do outside of helping a population that is struggling. I have watched this thing frame by frame by frame. I have watched 4 different angles of this thing. That man actually drew his weapon. He went to draw his weapon before she could even roll out.
Mm-hmm.
That man did not pay attention properly to what was going on. If you go back and watch the frame of the driver's side of the car, you see the woman begin to back out, and you see her throw her hand out, and she's telling them, okay, you guys go on, I'm ready to turn off. So she tried to let them go by. That's when the dudes jumped out the car, but I'm not going to go into all that because I only got 3 minutes. What I'm hearing overall, I guess I could call it collective subjective amnesia. Because the same people, what I heard was, I heard a guy stand on, police officers have to do what they, in so many words, police officers have to do what they have to do to ensure their safety.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where was that same ideology and concept on January 6th? Because if I go with what my guy said, respectfully, if I go with what my guy said, right? If I go with what he said, Capital City Police could have just let loose Monduces on the whole crowd and kill everybody. We could have had another Tenement Square. If I go with what he just said, if I go with what he just said, and I would have taken the job that I was offered as a Capital City Police officer, I would have shot everything in front of me. If I go with what he just said, I heard him say, well, name one policy. Every single executive order that our
30 seconds.
illustrious person has signed is, oh God, is, I can't even say the word right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cassandra got the word perfect, but everything that he has signed, when a president signs executive orders to supersede the Congress and deny the Congress the opportunity to do their job,
Mm-hmm.
he is that word that Cassandra said.
Good deal, good deal. Well, right. Curtis, that's your time. That's your time. Authoritarian, yeah.
So I guess.
Hold on. Okay, yeah.
So I guess that you would have to say that George Bush.
Hold on, Greg. I'm sorry. Oh, no. Listen.
So if that's authoritarian, then they
listen, I'm coming to you, brother, but I want to tell you before I come to you. You're on that 3-minute timer, brother. Just like everybody else, you're on that 3-minute timer. I'm starting your time right now. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead, brother.
So just by what you just said, I guess every previous president since I guess probably Lyndon B. Johnson was an authoritarian. No, it's a fact. If an executive order is an authoritarian act, then all of those presidents are authoritarian.
That's not what.
Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Hey. Everybody. Hold on. I'm gonna come to you. Let him have his 3 minutes. Hold on.
No, you're doing that thing where you try to act like you're smart, but everybody can hear that you're not. That is really simple. You're choosing the battles that you want to have.
Everybody. I'm gonna mute everybody's line. I'm gonna mute everybody.
This last 15 minutes, I've been quiet this last 15 minutes. I can say
Hold on, Craig.
I get the whole panel for me. That's great.
I'm not grading. What I'm doing is
CJ,
what you're doing.
CJ,
you think that it's smart.
CJ.
I thought I had 3 minutes.
Hold on. I'm going to start your 3 minutes over. Don't do that, y'all. Come on now. Y'all know how we do this. Y'all not new. No, y'all not new at this. Give him an opportunity to say what he got to say, and I'm gonna start your 3 minutes over again because I got to be fair to him as well, man. I got to be fair to him just like I'm fair to all of y'all. But my thing is this right here. Give him his opportunity. He got 3 minutes. I'm gonna come to each and every one of you. You can say what you want to say in your 3 minute time. Let him get his 3 minutes in. and we'll continue this conversation. Craig, you got starting your 3 minutes over right now. Go ahead, brother.
Well, I'll go back to exactly what I just said. If an executive order is an authoritarian act, then we've had several presidents that have been authoritarian. An executive order by itself isn't an authoritarian act. An executive order is always driven to tell what the executive branch expects of the executive branch, of those people that the executive branch controls. That's it. And that's what he's done. Some of those things get challenged, but this has always been the way it works. They challenge them, they go to the Supreme Court makes a decision whether or not the president is trying to create law. And if a president's not trying to create law, he's using an existing law in his interpretation of it, the Supreme Court allows it to happen. As long as he's not violating anybody else's civil rights doing so. I don't understand why people have this cognitive dissonance when it comes to Donald Trump. He can't do anything right in a lot of people's eyes, and I don't understand it. We have the largest mass deportation in this country's history. We have this largest mass deportation in this government's history, and I voted for that for sure. I said this earlier. I voted for a president that was willing to stand up for our country and try to make things better in our country. Has he done that? I think in many ways he has. But I also think in many ways he's towed the line. But that's what I expect from a leader. He needs to toe the line. We have checks and balances in this country. And when he oversteps, then we pull those back. That's what Congress is there for. That's what the Supreme Court is there for. So, I don't know. Y'all go ahead.
Okay, stay right there, brother.
A whole bunch of other things to say, but I was interrupted.
Okay. Stay right there. You didn't use your whole 3 minutes, but that's good. Now, CJ, I think you wanted to say something. 3 minutes, brother. Then we're gonna go around everybody else that want to respond. Here we go. You got 3 minutes, CJ.
So my issue with what Craig said is very simple. Like I said, you pick and choose the things that you want to address. Nobody said that executive orders were authoritarian. The problem is when those executive orders violate constitutional law or congressional opinions or any congressional issues that have been brought up. The issue continues whenever you use your weight or you use your force or you use whatever it is that you're trying to sway. We'll say sway, that's the nice way to say it. The opinions of others in power so that you can get your way. This is you trying to say toe the line. No, there's plenty of illegal stuff that's been done. When you say violate civil rights, there's plenty of executive orders that have been created that violate civil rights. You try to use words to try to justify terrible behavior because you yourself agree with it for whatever deep-seated reasons that you have. I don't care. And I really don't want you to address it because it's going to make you sound worse than you already sound. On the other side of it, I just want to talk about leadership.
Don't do that. One at a time. No,
you're not going to do that because I didn't do it because I stopped after it was addressed and I didn't say anything back to you. And I lied. So this is a deep-seated issue, but it's cool because it's not new. This is continued behavior, and you feel emboldened and empowered because of what's going on. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. You've read it, just like living in a state where they're trying to ban Black history or trying to roll back things like teaching about slavery because it makes white kids feel bad. There's a simple solution to this whenever you teach or being a leader, as you say, because leadership is one of those really funny things that people like yourself like to bring up when I would question your patriotism as in, what have you done for this country as a leader? Because I can give you my resume. And I can tell you very simply, the stuff that happens on a lot of these levels, politically and executively, are not right. The reason why you teach Black history, the reason why you teach slavery is because it was wrong and you knew it was wrong. Everybody knew it was wrong, or we collectively still have it. The problem is you don't want to teach it because there are things that are in place that are trying to roll back the rights of Black people, brown people, period. Mass deportation is only a problem because people see it
15
in
seconds.
the way, because people see the way that it's done. If it was done justifiably or correctly in any way, shape, or form that would allow these people who are mostly non-criminals to actually get their citizenship
That's your
properly,
time there. That's your time there,
there would-
CJ.
people
Sorry.
would feel a lot better about it.
Good deal. Rico, 3 minutes, brother. Rico, you there?
Thank you, CJ, man. Yeah. Thank you, CJ, man. CJ said some key words, man. See, everybody's supposed to be wanting America to be great. It's supposed to be this great country. And for that, you have to have solutions to the problems that exist. And to do that, you have to know the past and sometimes address the past. He said something about solutions. And when you really want to create solutions, you want a leader that really walks in consistency and not toes no line. That's one thing. Because we're talking about something that's going to solve problems, a situation where we need to be a better country. Then we also talk about accountability. If you want to solve some problems. So, when you listen to somebody just go back and say, well, I hate that I even really address that because I see the psychology in this. I see the mentality in this. And this goes back to the point of, well, people don't like to address the past because it shows a consistent behavior. I want to applaud CJ, man, because he really knocked it out the park, man. He really killed it. And so we're addressing a person who is not going to see the inconsistency in releasing a drug dealer, but going out to Venezuela for fentanyl. We don't even hear about fentanyl no more. We don't listen to somebody do authoritarian things and say, we control Venezuela. Greenland looks nice. Oh, Gulf of America. Department of War. Take this history out of the books. I mean, just think about some of the reasons and the things that he's done, what he's taken out of the museums. Oh, all it does is make white people look bad. Slavery. I just want to see the bad stuff. That's good too, The inconsistency. But this guy refuses to acknowledge that. So, I mean, it gets to a point where sometimes you don't even have to respond to what somebody says, but you have to analyze it and break down to the public what it is. You can't use the word cognitive dissonance and you suffer from it.
Wow, 30 seconds.
Self-evaluation. Hold the people you support accountable. Hold yourself accountable because right is right and wrong is wrong. This started from the ICE agent shooting this woman. I guarantee you, had that been somebody's relative, they would have a different opinion and all of that political loyalty would go out of the door. But you understand this is coming from a person who did not agree with Obama going into Libya doing what he did or doing drone strikes that killed innocent people. I hold everybody accountable because everybody has problems. And I want to make things better. I want to see things be better.
That's it, Rico. 3 minutes, brother. Gotta keep it moving. Cassandra Alexander, appreciate you too. Cassandra Alexander Green. Are you there?
Yeah.
3 minutes.
I'm here. Rico, you hit it on the head. I don't understand the mentality. You're right. If that was what's his name's sister or his niece or his nephew that was shot in the face, when somebody could have just stepped back and saved that whole thing from going. You have a family grieving now. She already lost her husband in war. And it's like, the Bible was so correct when it says that the people's, their very compassion, empathy, it would wax cold. Their love for people, their concern for people, not for a single man doing what he wants to do, the way he wants to do it. And guess what? And I'm going to say this, and I don't care whether our people like it or not. This has been an attack on people of color. Almost every decision that was made affected me and my people and other brown people. My nephew was killed, schizophrenic, killed by police. Innocent. So for you to get on here and try to put the great white folks up as some model person that's doing good and making a good impact on this country, you are deceiving yourself. This man is wicked, and the things that he does and says is wicked. When have we ever had a president, Republican or Democratic, that treated people like crap, talk about people like they're nothing and nobody, call women stupid and ignorant, especially black women? Don't play us like that. We're not stupid. We're not ignorant. Concerning the devices of the enemy, that's what the word says. This man has operated in devices since he's been in office. And yes, I'm angry because I'm a black woman that have black grandchildren, men, that are being affected by everything that's going on in this country. I'm being affected as a senior. My health care, and I have health issues, has been affected. Don't tell me about what this great man is doing.
Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Hold on. Let me go to Mr. Hicks. Mr. Hicks, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem, but I need to consider we'll pass up.
Okay.
Let him speak.
Okay.
I'm
Good.
listening.
Okay. Good. Somebody. Yes, sir.
Yes, the brother spoke, the gentleman, I think it's Mr. Craig.
Yes.
He spoke about some of the virtues of Trump. He mentioned also that he loved the fact that he's rounding up illegal immigrants.
Mm-hmm. So he voted for that.
Now, yeah, he voted for that. Now, our country goes into other countries and destabilize those countries. And when those people flee the political unrest, they run to our borders and cross over. We did it in Libya, we did it in Iraq, we did it in Afghanistan, Somalia, and the list goes on. And now Trump wants to deport some of the very people that were given visas because of the political unrest we caused. Okay? Now he puts it. Now Trump want to put ICE agents, these people that he gave $50,000 a year and forgave their student loan. Many of these folks are not even trained to be in any capacity of law enforcement. Money talks. And what Trump has done really is created a Gestapo-like militia group. I don't care what nobody says. That's all it is. And our country go way back with this kind of dealing. Now, in Iran in the 50s, the CIA, and with the help of the British, went into Iran and overthrew their leader because Iran nationalized the oil so that they could benefit their people instead of Europe.
Yes.
And the U.S. Now, this is stuff they don't teach us in classroom, but they teach it at the War College because they got to maintain these evil systems. That's why Pete Hegseth want to get rid of some of the black top positions in top brass because that brother that was over the Atlantic operation resigned because he didn't want to kill innocent people in those boats because it's illegal. It's a crime. Admiral
30 seconds.
Alvin Hosley is it? Morehouse Grant.
wise man. I would have done the same thing he did. And I'm a veteran. I'm an Army veteran. There's some stuff I'm not going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and for Craig to try to defend all of the actions of Trump is ridiculous. In fact, it's immoral. It's immoral.
Mm.
This man has been supported by SCOTUS,
30 seconds,
by
brother.
the Supreme Court.
Oh, no.
He's been supported by those MAGA Republicans.
Good deal. Good deal. Let me do this because we got to break this thing up just a little bit because business that we got to take care of, and in the course of everything that we're doing, in the course of the conversation that we're having right now, though I do love the dialogue, I got to go to Willa and get my word of the day. Willa, what is the word of the day?
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Amen. Let's get the word in me. Hey, man, I'm just being messy right now. But you know what? The word of today is exactly kind of what Mr. Sassy was saying. You know, it's the heart of the evilness that runs in man's heart. And sometimes we don't recognize it. But visually, when we start to speak and talk to one another, we can see it. Now we understand when the Bible says that the wheat and the tare will live amongst each other. And in spite of that, he tells us in the book of Matthew, he says that if they don't get it, and I'm paraphrasing it, he says, shake the dust from under your feet. The Bible tells us in 12:2 of Romans, and I'm going to read that right now, what it says. Going to my Bible and read it on what it says in 12:2. It says this. 12:2. It says this. I beseech you, I'm starting at 1. Therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that we present our bodies a living sacrifice.
Yes.
Holy and acceptable unto God, which is our reasonable service. And then he goes on to say, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of our minds, that we may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. God's greatest commandment was to love one and another as I love you. Those are the words of the day, right?
Praise God. Praise God. That's good. And like I said, regardless of what we do or how we do it, how the conversation is going, good, bad, or whatever the case, we got to have that word of the day, man. We got to have that. Because that's something that it secures that foundation that we all should be standing on. But in the course of that, let's get back to the conversation. Frank Logan, talk to me, brother. 3 minutes.
Okay, 3 minutes. I'm gonna use my 3 minutes wisely. I'm 66. I was born in Detroit, Michigan. I've been here all my life. I've never been anywhere else. So I am the same as any other man who's been here all his life. I don't believe in agreeing to disagree. Now, I agree that you are entitled to your opinion. But when your opinion begins to cause me harm, put my family in danger, that's not just your opinion. This isn't a disagreement. People are dying. And I don't know if Craig is still on the line, but
he's
this is
here.
a very unique. Okay, Craig. This is and I'm not going to tag up, but this is a very unique opportunity. So I want to ask you this question. I was driving to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. Police pulled me over. I'm wise. I'm 66. Put my hands on top of the steering wheel. This guy approaches my car with his gun drawn. Give me your license and registration. Give me your license and registration. I said, sir, I'm not reaching my glove compartment, and I'm not reaching in my pocket for my wife. If you want to search my vehicle, if you want me to get out, you can take me. I'm not even going to get out. You can take me out of the car. Stop moving. So, I'm not moving. You see my hands? They're on top of the steering wheel. I'm not moving. He rubbed his face and went back to his car and drove away. His goal that morning was to kill me. 4 o'clock in the morning, up on the service drive to start. He approached my vehicle to kill me. Should I have to endure that just because I'm black? You know, nobody should. Nobody should have to endure. And I appreciate you. I never said that.
Hold on. You got 3 minutes.
Wait, let me finish. I appreciate you saying that, but unfortunately, in my 66 years of living, that's not the only incident. I can give you countless incidents.
That's your 3 minutes, right?
Where that happened. Mm-hmm. Well, I was interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
I was interrupted.
Finish your thought.
I can give you countless instances where that happened. And that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about good police officers. We're not talking about politicians that are doing their job. This is above and beyond what we put them into office to do. Mm-hmm. They are our representatives. They're supposed to represent us.
Oh, right there, Frank. Got to keep it moving. Craig, talk to me, brother. And Mr. Dennis, coming to you next. 3 minutes,
so that's
Craig.
not what we're talking about, though. I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I get it. Nobody would ever say that all police officers are good. I would never say that. I would never say back the blue 100% for everything that's happened. I believe there's been several instances that are hills that we should have went out and protested and did all of the things to bring out and let everybody know about racial injustice in America. I would never say that it doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. This wasn't that. This was not that. This was fueled up rhetoric pushed by media telling people that these individuals are, and I've heard it several times today, Gestapo, which I don't believe they're Gestapo at all. They're doing a job. The USC 1325 involves illegal entry into this country. And when they're issued warrants to go and pick people up, they go to those people's houses. Because we have law enforcement that have been told by their governors that they're not able to assist with ICE agents. So they go to those people's houses, they knock on the doors, and they go in and they take people out of those homes. Those people shouldn't be here. USC 1325 is a crime that they committed. Somebody earlier said they don't commit crime. The majority of them aren't. A lot of them are. And they all committed a crime when they entered this country illegally. Somebody spoke about asylum seekers in this country and us destabilizing their nations. Yes, we do allow asylum for those individuals, but even then that asylum has to be either renewed or it is a temporary thing. So when their country is safe for them to return, they're supposed to return to their country. They're not just granted a citizenship because we destabilized their nation. People also make the claim that they're just coming here to work. These people are just coming here to work. Well, that's fine. We have a process for that too. It's not asylum. You can't say that you want to seek asylum just because you're hungry and you're having a hard time finding work in your country.
30
These
seconds.
are just facts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry that it's come to this, and I want you to know before, because I'm probably fixing to lose service. I'm driving a truck right now, but I want you guys to know whenever I do lose service, I get it back. I'll call back. But I love every one of you.
Love you
And
too,
I
brother.
want this to get better. I want
Mhm.
our country to be better. So that's all I needed to say. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me ask you.
Can I
No.
speak to what you know, the only
Hold on.
and there's only one Native American on this line, and that's Baptist. So we don't have the right to claim this as our country. There's
Okay.
one.
Hey, Frank, I got. Hold on, Frank. You just spoke, brother. You got to pull some more people in. I understand where you're going, but I got to pull. You got to be fair to everybody. Let me go to Leonard. Leonard, are you there?
Dennis? Yes,
Leonard. Oh no, I said I'll go to. No, I said I was gonna go to Dennis next, and I'm coming to you after Dennis. Go ahead, Dennis. You got 3 minutes.
Yes. Yes. I really long curious for everyone on the line. When was America great? It's not gonna make America great again. When was America great? That's the question I have.
Me too.
Wow. He didn't use a whole minute of his time, but he knocked it out quick. Leonard, what's on your heart, brother? 3 minutes.
Not a whole lot, man. Like I said, I stepped away for a minute. You know, my position don't change on certain things, bro. I'm not for anything that's going on. It's not justified. I've sat in too many court cases and watched too many police get away with first-degree murder. And like I said before, we are in a situation where ICE has no business patrolling these streets. So we have a serious problem with law enforcement. And we had better learn quick, and we're going to find out the reason why we got them right to bear arms if they don't get this crap together. Because you're not just going to walk through here and shoot down Americans. They can't kill us all. Do you understand me? That somebody had better start speaking up and standing up for what is right instead of going along with the going on and trying to justify wickedness. Because I bet you that story would change if it was one of their loved ones. So every time you think about what America is and how great America is, say her name. Say her name.
Ashley Babbitt.
Every time I hear about it, I look at that list of names that I have protested for because they were unlawfully murdered by police. No, I don't feel like you feel about America, sir. I ain't never been that involved in the BS and propaganda about how great America is. I'm 54 years old, and it's been a place where we've had to fight ever since I was old enough to speak.
Amen.
And I will not sit here and act as if my ancestors did not go what they went through. And now all of a sudden the world has just taken notice. I look for no common ground with the devil, only to put my foot on his neck. Period. We're not going to stand for it. America shouldn't stand for it. I know you may want to be Republican and Democrat, but right now you need to do what's right. Right. And if that means going in there casting a Democratic ballot, American, you better go and do it.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Democracy that we are trying to clean up. You can say what you want, but no one should just go along and be okay with the murdering of innocent American citizens. You've gotten by too long with this mentality of yours that you use against everybody that don't agree with you. You go home and find your loved one.
3 minutes, Leonard. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
I don't believe you will learn.
Good deal. Let's go to Christopher O'Quady. Christopher, are you there? Christopher, you there? Christopher, wake up and go to sleep. Wake up and go to sleep.
Did you hear what was said? Did you hear what was said?
Did I hear what was said?
Yes, when Leonard was talking.
Yes.
Leonard said when you are considering your fault. Say her name.
Mm-hmm.
And what was hollering out was Ashley Babbitt. What was she doing when she was killed? She broke into the Capitol. She was complicit and part of killing Capitol Police. She was threatening the people in Congress from doing their job and attacking them, and she was shot. See, that's why you can't play with people.
Mm-hmm.
To pretend to have some type of common sense
now,
when
Frank,
they have a motive. She was doing everything illegal,
Frank,
but she wanted to say her name.
Frank.
No, but he said it.
Yeah, I understand, but Frank, I got a lot of people here, brother. We just came to you, man. We got to,
I just asked you.
Okay.
Did you hear what he said?
No.
Yeah.
Then I don't have time for these fools.
Can I tell you what's funny about Ashley Babbitt? Ashley Babbitt served with me. She was in the Air Force with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you what kind of airman she was while she was in the Air Force.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Talk. If you're gonna tell it, you gotta tell it all.
She wasn't great. She was already she wasn't great, but she was good. That's why she was serve for whatever it is that she did. She didn't retire me. It wasn't a situation where it was, and I'm not gonna stereotype actually talking about actual events that happened. She wasn't great. She was able to get out with a less than honorable.
Mm-hmm.
So she was able to be considered a veteran. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna be nasty the way that people would actually want somebody to be nasty and talk about actual individual events or things that happened. But it wasn't great. That's why you go. That's why as a veteran you go and you support certain things that go against the actual Constitution in which you stood in front of your family and a bunch of other officers and, swore to defend against enemies, both foreign and domestic.
Yes.
And then you become one of the enemies domestically.
Wow. Rico, talk to me, brother. 3 minutes.
Yeah, man, contradiction and inconsistency. And I noticed the brother said, man, he wants America to be better. But he refuses to hold anybody he supports accountable. And see, that's the psychology behind political loyalty. Any loyalty to being a policeman, loyalty to being a soldier. I hear a lot of, different opinions between vets because they took the oath and they know what they signed up for. But I listen to people like CJ and I'm like, man, that's the type of person I would want fighting for my country because they're going to stand on what's right. And Joseph, a former vet, who said, there's some things I'm not going to do because that ain't what I signed up for.
Yeah.
But to want to make your country be better would be the same as if you wanted to make yourself be better. And that is to self-evaluate and hold yourself accountable of whoever you support and the people that you enable accountable for being wrong when they're wrong. He mentioned Ashley Babbitt, and she went against everything that a proud American should have up in that Capitol trying to kick the door in, acting like a monster. Betraying her country, wanted to turn it upside down. He wanted to disturb the process and he brought her name up, and he wants this country to be better. Ain't that something? Inconsistency, contradiction. That's what happens with cognitive dissonance, and you really love what you love so much that you are unconditionally loyal to it. Some people do that with their children. Some people do that with their pastor. Some people do that with their country. But see, I'm nonpartisan. I don't like what Clinton them did with the crime bill. I don't like what Obama did with Libya. I mean, man, I hold all of them accountable because right is right and wrong is wrong. And we addressing this man and he refuses to acknowledge anything that Republicans did wrong because he's loyal.
30 seconds.
Gave him all this time.
What happened yesterday, shooting that woman in the face, if that was his mama, if that was his daughter,
They wouldn't have been
he
there.
wouldn't be so supportive right now.
That's right.
You don't know who ICE would have approached.
No, they wouldn't have been there.
Hold on,
They
hold on.
wouldn't
Stop,
have
stop,
been
stop,
there.
stop,
Put all
stop,
those
stop,
people.
stop.
They wouldn't have done that.
Go ahead,
You
Rico.
don't know who they would have approached. They've been approaching plenty of people who are citizens, innocent people. They've been locking up people who been locked up. You don't know, but that's defense. That's law.
Yeah, that's your 3 minutes. Let me go to Brother Pete. Good
So-
morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Pete, you there?
Americans
Hold on, Pete. Everybody, let you know what we're doing here. We're talking about the situation that happened. Everybody got 3 minutes. We're gonna start your 3 minutes right now.
Gotcha.
Here you go.
All right. Americans from the Americas, Americans from the Americas cannot be immigrants in America. Let's be clear. Any and everything European is an immigrant to the Americas. So y'all need to understand that first and foremost, regardless of whatever your position is. If you wasn't born ethnically in the Americas, you are an immigrant. So you can two-step off planet Earth with this foolishness that y'all on. You will never have justice on stolen land. Understand that. That's got to be addressed first. The justice system is unjust. The whole thing, the entire system. Quit acting like you're operating in law when you're operating in policy. Quit telling the people that these are laws when here it is an administrative process. So the whole process is corrupt. Don't, as an officer, never put yourself in danger where you have to use deadly force. You didn't have to walk up on the car. You didn't have to get close enough where she could move and put you in danger. You factually wasn't in danger. Nobody was in imminent danger of being killed. They murdered that lady. And if you don't have that type of vision, then you are a demigod, demon, devil yourself. And hell awaits the arrival of your appearance of your soul. You are condemned already if you don't see clearly right from wrong. So you want to talk about immigration and you want to deal with it, leave first. Start being an example. Leave here now. Swim away from here. You are an immigrant here. And until you adjust that, address that, correct that, deal with that, accept that, we will never have no clarity on none of this nonsense. Our country's entitled to their borders and all that, yes. But the truth is the truth. And falsehood is falsehood. And this white supremacist, white male elite mentality, this Zionist nonsense, this foolishness that you heathen devils keep pushing is going to result in your ultimate demise. It is here now. The world is sick of you. You are a germ. You are a disease as a whole with this mentality. And may you be wiped out, destroyed, pushed away, out of remembrance and existence, never to be remembered or existed anywhere ever again. In the name of all that is righteous, just
30 seconds.
In existence. I'm done.
Now, the views and sentiments of Pete is not the views and sentiments of DK, your media group, and or its affiliates. I got to put that disclaimer out there, man, because we saying some stuff today.
Hey, Raheen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. It's 10 o'clock, so we're not gonna do the whole 3 minutes. Just give me your quick version. And anybody else?
Is Greg still on the line?
He just hung up.
Hopefully he's still listening.
Yes, he is.
Not just with the situation with the current ICE thing, but there's been a situation that's still ongoing that I'm still waiting and still trying to get the word out. And it's a movement called Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't really get any news or anything on top of the ICE agents going on Native American reservations and causing all kinds of turmoil and issues there.
I saw some stuff on that too. I did. Yeah, I saw some stuff on that.
So I have a lot of right to be angry and aggressive, in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even getting into the mental health area here in Texas, which is a whole nother source of temper for me. Things are really jacked up in our country. And this is going beyond the situation of that woman being shot because of the ICE. And the whole scenario of what this current administration is doing. At the end of the day, the heart should outweigh what the mind says.
Good deal.
If you're a follower of Yeshua, you're given rules and laws to abide by a source greater than any human being.
Good deal. Anybody else? 30 seconds. 30 seconds is all I got, man. It's already 10 o'clock, 10:02 actually. Anybody got anything they want to say before we get out of here?
Let me jump in like everybody.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
If you want war, if you want it, you gotta do something to get it. You gotta brainstorm. You gotta push it. And there are some people that want war.
Mm-hmm.
So be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
Because one day you're gonna get it. Just because you think that you're the most powerful country in the world, there's been kingdoms that have started that way before, and they no longer exist. So, but these people feel like they're superior, and they think they can push everybody else around, and that's what I see.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just waiting. We might have to suffer, and it might cause a war. So we better get ready for whatever's coming, because it might just be whatever. I'm just saying.
Exactly. Somebody else wanted to say something?
Isaiah 1:16-17. Wash and make yourselves clean. Take your evil deeds out of my sight. Stop doing wrong. Learn to do right. Seek justice. Defend the oppressed, and take up the cause of the fatherless, and plead the case of the widow.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Curtis, you wanted to say something?
President, I'm going to keep this thing simple.
Meek, you got that right.
There's a scripture that says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Mm-hmm.
If my God, immigration policy is what it is, then I don't understand why he didn't support Obama. Because Obama deported more immigrants than Trump 1 and Trump 2.
Mm-hmm.
If his policy, if he's standing on the policy for which he sees right now and the beliefs for which he has put out, then please, why are you not speaking against when they're pulling them immigrants out of their immigration court hearings? Because those are the ones that's doing right.
Mm-hmm.
If he's standing on the policies for which he believes in, then why are you telling me that these ICE agents are properly trained? How many people actually know how many days of training ICE gets? And let's correct the record. It's $50,000. It's a $50,000 bonus when you get hired. The actual pay is $100,000 per ICE agent. That's what the actual pay is. The $50,000 is a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, if everybody on this panel decides to become ICE today and got approved, you would get $25,000 deposited into your account tomorrow. And then the other 25 is broken down on your yearly anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that works.
Good deal. Gotta go, Kurt.
I'm going to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to land this plane right here. Tucson, Frank, Cassandra. There's several people on here that can probably tell you scripture and verse. But somewhere I read in the Revelation, it says that in the last day, Jerusalem and Israel will be inhibited by evildoers. I don't know. We believe in this is the last days. And please, God, tell me why we supporting the devil.
Wow. Wow.
I'm just telling you.
Anybody else have anything they want to say? 30 seconds at best.
Yes, I got something to say. This is Dennis.
Okay.
Hear what it is, right? Those people have a plan for us. The problem is, what plan do we have for them?
Wow. Wow.
And that's it.
And Dennis, I want to say to you and everybody else that's listening, man, we're here every day, Monday through Friday, from 7 until 10. Make sure you come back and hang out with us some more, Dennis. It was a pleasure having you, brother. Definitely a pleasure. CJ, Craig, absolutely. DJ and Craig, you know, it was a pleasure having you all on here, man. It really was. We're family here, man, so we don't always agree, but we always have the dialogue. That's just what we do. Anybody else have anything they want to say before we get out of here?
Right. Yeah, man, I really would like an old guy to come. I really would like an old guy to come back.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, to be honest with you, I can just sit back and listen and not have one comment, man, with those guys speaking, man, and other people on the panel, man. I mean, y'all, it's a great panel we got. It was good. Craig called in.
Yeah.
I think if people need to really understand that we really want to make this country better, you really got to hold people accountable for doing the things that don't make it better.
Exactly. Absolutely. Somebody else was saying something?
My bad, Raheem. I left out. For those that don't know, ICE training is 47 days. It was labeled 47 because he's the 47th president.
Wow. Anybody else?
You're a law enforcement officer, right? How much training can you get if you're ICE?
Wow.
47 days.
That's not.
Raheem.
Yes, ma'am.
Another part of the problem is a lot of your ICE agents are the very people that marched in the insurrection and that was pardoned by your president. So we need to remember that too. These people are not qualified to be ICE agents.
Exactly.
They're not qualified. 47 days of training? How long are police officers trained? How long do they go to school? More than 47 days.
Yeah, months. Yeah, they go a few months.
You understand what I'm saying? So you have all of these unqualified people that don't know what the heck they're doing, don't know how to de-escalate, don't know that a simple move out of the way is better than taking a person's life. It means you have no regard for life at all. They have no regard for life. Because if all I had to do was step out of the way, why would I not do that rather than shoot somebody in the face?
Wow. Well, listen, y'all I'm looking at the clock, man. It's 10:10 time for us to get out of here, man. I definitely, again, I want to thank everybody that joined us today. We had Craig, Dennis, CJ. You all were new. Everybody else here. I want to thank each and every one of you. I love everybody's input. And like I always say, man, whether we agree, disagree, it doesn't matter to me. What matters most to me is that we have the dialogue. And I think we had that today. Did we agree? Absolutely not. Did we get to a place of being agreeable? That's to be debated. But my thing is, we had the dialogue. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, and I encourage everybody, continue to call in. Let's continue the dialogue. You never know what might come out of the other side. But what will not come out of it, if we don't have the dialogue, we're just going to be stuck in what we're thinking. Let's look at other people's mind. Let's look at other people's viewpoints. Let's look at how other people view these things. It may touch you or move you in one way or another. But we can't do it without having the dialogue. It's so important. So very important. Cassandra Alexander Green, you there?
I am.
Somebody joined this broadcast late today, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, even 9:30. And they say, Lord, man, they talk about some good stuff today. I really enjoyed what they talk about. I wish there was a way that I could hear it in its entirety. Is it possible, Cassandra?
It is definitely possible. If you've missed any part of the show and would like to see or hear it in its entirety, tune in to dkmmediagroup.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, if you've missed any part of the show and would like to see or hear it in its entirety, tune into dkmmediagroup.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And just for the people that may be listening to us for the first time, we know the word is entirety. We know what the word is, but we got a special way of saying, we say entirety around here. That's what we say, okay? So don't think we don't know what the word is. Okay, and now, time for the pledge. Whoa!
I'm ready, my friend.
Frank Logan, we're going to get Rico to do it today. Rico and everybody else, please repeat after me. This is our pledge. Let's say it together. I will take this day.
I will take this day
and be the best that I can be.
And be the best that I can be.
Do the best that I can.
Do the best that I can.
And help as many people as I can to do the same thing.
And help as many people as I can to do the same thing.
I promise to do it with love.
I promise to do it with love.
Compassion. And the grace of God.
And the grace of God.
Giving him all the honor.
Giving him all the honor.
All the praise.
All the praise.
And all of the glory.
And all of the glory.
In the name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus the Christ.
In the name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Amen. 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 Tucson, what did you hear, brother?
I heard somebody sounding retarded if you don't believe what what the pledge says. You ain't doing nothing but sounding retarded. And I'm just saying, it's a good pledge. You got to put it in action. It's just like the scripture.
Yeah.
You can read it. But if you don't do what he said, you sound retarded.
Amen.
Wow.
Amen.
Rico, what did you hear, brother?
Man, what I heard is good participation, but I really heard the enthusiasm and the passion from my sister Willa, man.
Yes.
And you know, also, you can tell when somebody walking like they talking.
Oh yeah.
You know, I always say a lot of times the words ain't number sound to come out your mouth, but sometimes you can hear about the tone of that sound that they ain't playing.
Exactly. And on that note, whoa! Are you ready?
Raheem.
Yes.
I got ready this morning. Wait to receive God's word. Come on, Raheem. Let's go.
Well, Miss Willa Mae Brown, since you said it like that, and I ain't got no reason to doubt you. Well, I just got one more thing to say to you, and that is, Willa, let's go.
Hey, come on, y'all. I need y'all to go with me to the throne of grace. Let's hold him. Let's bow our heads down and worship. Allow our hearts to be humble. Close and sincere. Father, I thank you so much. Father, I thank you for waking me up this morning, giving me another chance and another opportunity and another day. Father, I thank you, Lord, for teaching me today how to appreciate the wake-up. Father, I thank you, Lord. Father, I thank you for teaching me how to live in a world that's filled with evil. But we can still show it. We can still love one another. We can still forgive one another. Father, I thank you for the lesson. Father, thank you because your word says you will not have us to be ignorant. Thank you, Lord, for being a helpful Father, giving me wisdom, showing me understanding, Lord. Father, I thank you each day, oh Lord. I try to become a better person. Each day, oh Lord, I try to change my evil and good. Each day, oh Lord, as you wake me up, oh Lord, Father, through you, oh Lord, to shape me. Where those changes, Lord? I certainly can't do it without you. Lord, Father, I thank you, Lord, for taking us through these struggles and challenges that we face. Father, I thank you because I believe that things just don't happen haphazardly. It happens to mature, grow up, make us better people of God.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you for the wake for teaching every lesson that is formed this week. Father, first, and if there's anything that is not of you, oh Lord, Father, I'm asking that you take it.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Lord, for the healing. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you. Father, touch the thing of that young lady that lost her. Touch the family of that little boy who was killed by his very own mother. Touch the family. Father, touch the family of that 14-year-old who was gunned down for no reason. Father, at the right. Strengthen them, oh Lord, Father. We may not understand a lot of things, but we know Lord, that that's peace in your life. So help us, oh Lord, become that. That a peace, Father, we thank you for the Lord. Oh Lord, and I truly thank you for righteousness. Father, thank you for this family. We honor them for allowing us to time and spend with righteousness. Thank you. We honor you. Please, we glorify you, Lord. Keep the angels kept around us all, importantly,
Yes.
around our around our lives. Jesus. Jesus. Amen.
And yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Whatever the question, the answer will forever be yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. And yes, Lord. I want to thank everybody for joining us. More than that, I want to thank you for allowing DK and your media group and associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your day. It is now 10:22. You're about to exit the Morning Glow, but before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we are certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you could do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. Do we shine some of this light on you from the Morning Glow? Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Take care of each other. And please, please, please be blessed. Give somebody some love and truth. They will appreciate it, and I'm sure that you will as well. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow morning, if God says the same. Have a great day, y'all. Love you. Be blessed.
Welcome to the stage where hearts unfold in the morning glow, stories untold. Let's paint with words a masterpiece of art where dialogues bloom, igniting in every heart. Let's tap into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently salt. Let's paint with words a masterpiece of art where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. A symphony of voices harmonize in the air, echoing truth, banishing despair. Let's sow seeds of unity, watch them grow in this garden of hope under the morning glow. Let's bridge the gaps, erase the line in the tapestry of hearts that love shine. With every word, a step we take towards a brighter dawn for all our sake. Welcome to the morning glow, where dreams take flight in this realm of possibilities. Let's unite, together we stand, hand in hand, healing the nation across the land. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's symphony of voices harmonize